This camera. Tell the people what you have going on.
All right, we are live from the CITIUS Cafe presented by Hoka. Happy Marathon Monday, guys. Chris Chavez joined by Kyle Merber, Eric Jenkins, and Dana Giordano back on the airwaves for our third annual Boston Marathon watch-along. What are the vibes like out there, Kyle?
So Eric and I went to go get bagels. No problem initially. Walk out. All of a sudden, there's lots of gates up. So the vibes are heavily
Protected.
Took us a while to get back here. Didn't know if we'd make it. You guys wearing the same shirt. So how's that going?
There's actually three of the same shirt. We're in the CITIUS Cafe.
I think it's
we rep what you know.
Yeah. No hat.
No hat today. But yeah, we're wearing the same shirt. It's going well. Yeah, I don't know how much more to report on that.
I ran this morning.
You did.
I got out there.
There
was a lot of people out. It's a little warm. I wore long tights, which was a mistake. It's not hot. Like, it's beautiful.
It's gonna get warm.
You'd be stoked to run in this if you're a pro. Maybe if you started at 11, you'd be pretty hot.
All right, so let's you pull up the weather, and I guess we'll talk about that.
Pull it up.
Weather.com. What do I go to?
Is our official sponsor.
It was the reason why I wore tights because it was 46 when I got out there, but it felt much warmer. There's very little wind, I have to say. Like, it was crisp out there.
The people wondering in the chat, what time do the races start? We're about 11 minutes away from the pro races getting underway.
A little more. 9:37 is
9:37.
Chris, what are we watching at so people can follow along the same thing we're looking at?
So if you are in the Boston area, you can watch locally on WCVB 5. If you're not in Massachusetts, the race is being shown live on ESPN 2, and the coverage began about an hour ago. So if you can find the stream, pull it up, and then mute your TVs and listen with us, because we're going to be offering up our own commentary. We're going to be crunching numbers with splits and reacting to things in real time. If you watch with us in Orlando, we go wild whenever any major surprise happens during the race. All right, weatherman Kyle.
All right, so
it's the report.
57 degrees out with this morning. Right now, 54, getting to 57. Probably. What is that? It's just a general morning. It just says morning.
Morning, yeah.
At some point this morning, it's going to get to 57. At some point in the afternoon, 66. So on the way over, we saw that at 8 a.m., the kids were already outside on rooftops wearing Celtics jerseys.
Yeah, everyone's partying already. They got classes off. It's good, good energy out there.
Dana and I were talking to one person yesterday who was like, oh, yeah, unfortunately, I don't have off. And I was like, what? Why? And they're like, I'm an accountant. And I was like, oh, I guess that's right. It's tax season.
And I go, what can you possibly get done? It's the last day. If you haven't filed your taxes yet, turn off the Boston Marathon and go do that.
Yeah.
I would say it's very fair. Like, accountants should work on April 15th. That's like the one day they definitely work.
Yep. Certainly, yeah. There's people who are filing extensions, and we're not getting into taxes. Don't get me started on taxes. All right, so big storylines to look out for in the race. We had our whole preview show 2 days ago, and so people watch our podcast. But overarching, Evans Chebet going for the three-peat. Some strong challengers in the field. Helen Obiri trying to go back-to-back. From the American perspective, not a ton of people bounced back from the U.S. Olympic Marathon Trials, which took place in early February. But instead, we do have some pretty solid returners who decided to go for the double, the likes of Sarah Hall, Des Linden, Elkanah Kebet, C.J. Albertson, and I think one of the most intriguing people in the American field, and the chat was talking about beforehand, is Emma Bates, and what could she do? Hopefully she's back to being 100% healthy, finished 5th here last year, and now an opportunity to race again after, unfortunately, in a heartbreaking scratch from the Olympic trials due to injury. So that's what we're going to be looking out for. Is there anything else that you've got your eyes on?
I mean, my heart is in the Evans Chebet versus Athletics Kenya race. Yeah. And he was snubbed. He wasn't on the short list in order to potentially be on that Olympic team. I don't believe the short list is written in pen. We can always add Evans Chebet in if he wins today, but he had that Achilles injury, so he didn't run a fall marathon. They were a little nervous about it, and now he's back. We think he's healthy enough to hopefully contend. He's run something like 30-something marathons at this point.
29. This is number 29 for him. But then someone actually looked at his World Athletics page and said, I can only find 16 or 19 of them. And
he counts every long run.
I take his coach's word for it. Especially because these guys do go train for 28 miles sometimes, or they go for 3-hour runs. So I don't know. He's also getting he's getting up there in age, and I think that's one of the concerns.
How old is he?
Evans Chibet.
Oh, I got it.
You got it.
He's 35.
35.
Jesus. He's 35.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. What a miracle. No, I love our perspective.
But that
35,
was one of the things that his coach flagged to me. He was like, oh, yeah, he's getting up there in age. He wants to see how long he could do this for, and that's why the Olympics were not in the cards so far. But I think that can all change. I looked up Eldoret, E10 local time right now. So if you're an Athletics Kenya selector, you're tuned in to ESPN2 if they coughed up the $11 for it. Yeah. And it's 4:23 p.m., so it's prime time to watch a marathon in Kenya right now. So if they can't find the stream, they're probably going to be in
really
our chat.
good time to watch a marathon.
Everyone, did they get off on Monday? Or?
They did not
Patriots
get off on
Day.
Monday. Yeah.
All right, so that's one of the big storylines. But and actually, in the race itself, Cisse Lema would probably be the main contender.
He said Gabriel Gay.
You say Gabriel Gay.
I did say that.
Okay, well, I was saying Cisse Lema largely because he's just coming off that 2:01 in Valencia. So we know he was fit 4 or 5 months ago. He's run well in London before, having won it. The challenge now is can do it on the hills, and I'll tell you in 2.5 hours if he does it.
My favorite part of the preview show was just Chris's Zuhair Talbi, continuous hype man going after it.
I've had a couple nights to sleep on it. And
Did you take it back?
I don't really like how Zuhair's going to do
it. Guys,
I thought about it.
Yeah, I thought about it.
I either look very smart in a couple hours, or we won't be doing a live watch-along next year.
Yeah.
You know what? Sometimes I feel like there's some good predictions from this table, but not really our strong suit.
Not really our strong suit.
Mine personally.
Dana, we were just talking before this about how this is our third live watch-along.
Yeah.
But before that, if you go back to the OG CITIUS Mag days, we did do a preview show in 2018. Dana, you have the shirt from
Yeah,
that
I got
day.
it. I got it here.
It's like a
Where's this?
artifact at this point. OG, merch.
Miami Vice merch. I think we need to do a rerun because this shirt's a
Retro.
little yellow.
Yeah, it is.
At this
It's
point.
yellow. I don't know what's going on with your laundry.
Not a good color. When you don't have in-unit laundry, it's okay.
Yeah.
But that was the rainy year. We heard a lot of Warriors on our preview show, people breaking
Had
down.
some survivors yesterday.
But I think the 5-minute segment of me saying Des Linden would never, ever, ever win the race will probably go down in all time as my
I think
greatest.
we've scrubbed that preview show from our archives, but
It was in my garden level basement apartment.
Yeah.
All right, so the strategy is we all need to pick someone else that we're investing in. You're taking Gabriel Gay.
I'm taking Gabriel.
Why?
I don't think it's necessarily fun to just pick the fastest guy. So Cisse.
So you pick the third.
So I picked
second.
So I picked the second fastest.
Yeah.
And so I picked the second fastest guy. Also, Gabriel has run in Boston before. I think he's going to be very hungry to win it.
Well, he historically just is. I don't want to say he's not a winner, but he hasn't won big races yet. Right? That's kind of the thing. It's now he's got to come out.
Got to flip the script.
You got to flip the script. You got to win.
He knows that. He knows
he is a winner. He is a winner.
He knows he hasn't won the big races yet.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think today could be different. He's incredibly fast. He's not as fast as Cisse Lema. But he also that's okay. We're not all as fast as Cisse Lema. That's fine.
Top two.
And so I just believe in him. Okay, he's my Zuhair Talbi, I guess you could say.
Everyone has to have one. Yeah. I have Albert Carrera.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
Yes, I mean, you get second at the New York Marathon.
He doesn't win, says
fourth
Kyle.
at
Boston.
Boston.
He has one.
But I mean, he's on a good trajectory. I love the way he runs. He's a fun person to watch.
I like his honesty. He told me it hasn't been a perfect build-up, and it's everyone usually lies to your face. So being a nice guy, I think maybe that'll work in his favor. Good karma on race day.
Yeah.
All right. Women.
I'm sticking with Helen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Can we talk about her shoes?
I don't think they have laces.
Yeah, if
Like
you
a
guys go
boa
look
dial
at-
on there? Like a little...
Is that what it has? They just
Wait.
look like they were like slip on
They're
a sock.
I mean, you know the like little twisty thing, the boa dial that some
Yeah,
shoes
yeah, yeah.
like every so often you run out of innovations and you're like throw a boa dial on there.
They're Velcro.
I think maybe some of the people in the chat can go look it up for themselves. We go on Helen O'Beery's Instagram, and she posted
I'm
some
looking
people
now.
post like the flat lay of like all their stuff, but she had a nice little photo shoot in the hotel room. And interestingly enough, I don't think she has shoelaces. So like, we've seen all this innovation where all of these shoes are getting bigger and bigger, and like we're stacking foam. You got to cut weight somehow. So
We don't
maybe
really
they're
do shoe reviews. I don't know if you were able to tell.
Less lace.
less lace.
Yeah.
Wait, they kind of
We need them way
look
more
like-
stacked up with a lot less shoelace.
they look like little boots.
They're little booties.
Like that's a good look. I would wear those. Just
Unless like
in New York
that's now
City.
just like throwing everyone off. Like that's not actually what she might wear, but we don't know.
No,
Maybe we'll get a
or it
text
could be one of
from
those things
our
where it's a
friends.
reveal on race day,
Yeah.
and so they instead of spray painting it, they put a big sock over it.
Yeah.
Or they're just like Balenciaga-esque.
Maybe.
We'll see how this impacts her.
Yeah, Baxter.
All right, but
She is,
I wish I
she
could
is-
really tie these laces.
she's like in the middle of the race.
Yeah.
She's so frustrated.
She's 0-0.
They're a little loose.
in
Hello.
races without shoelaces. Undefeated in races without shoelaces.
Make a graphic.
Yeah, make that stat.
All right, so Helen has everything to lose here, I should say, because she's on this Olympic team
Lot of
right
pressure.
now. In my opinion, on the short list, like she's not watching this, right? She can only screw it up.
She's in Hopkinton right now. Has the
Yeah.
city
She's on the
cyclone.
team. So
I think if she finishes top 3, but Sharon, this is like honestly, it feels like you're going into one of the final F1 races and you're looking at the point standings and all that stuff. But I think like if Helen O'Beery finishes top 3, but Sharon Lokedi is not in the 2 people ahead of her, then she's fine. But if Sharon blows Helen out of the water, maybe that changes a couple of the selectors' minds. But I don't know.
Is there
like,
no way that both Sharon and Helen, like,
There is a way.
is Sharon
There is a
so
way.
far back? No.
No.
Yeah, but
I think she had a solid New York last. She was 2nd or 3rd last year in New York.
yeah, she was in it.
It was just like maybe missing last spring hurt her case a little bit.
Well,
But so
no,
did Paris Jepchirchir. So like
They haven't run fast. That's honestly what it comes down to. Like you look at the number of women who've run under 2:18 at this point, let alone quicker.
Too bad Chicago's not before Paris.
Yeah, but it's just like, are you going to pick the entire team based off of major winners or fastest personal bests?
it seems like every one of the finalists has won a major in the last 2 years, but the Paris course is so hilly that I think like you got to strategically pick people who fare well in those championship style races, and like both Sharon and Helen have proven that in New York. I think Sharon can make a stronger case for herself here in Boston. Helen just needs to, I say, podium here, and she'll be in good shape.
All right, so who does she have to get through in order to podium?
I'm looking. Let's see. I mean, it's so funny when you look at the start list because Helen is buried so far
I
down.
think it's 19 athletes under 223,
and she's not. Wait, she's
not one of them.
She's not one of them because again, she hasn't run on a flat, fast course. But I take Dathan's word for it that like her marathon potential, maybe even before New York 2022, like he was always like she's a 214 person, and then Safan Hassan goes out and runs 213.
And he's like, did I say 214? I meant 212.
Yeah, but it's like and then Helen used to beat up on Safan Hassan on the track, so it's like the transitive property. If it translates to the marathon, hopefully she could get there. Looking at the list, I mean, Geber Miriam was someone that Eric highlighted.
I did my classic second fastest person. I'm like,
Not the fastest.
I'm like, no. I'm like,
They'll suspect me.
Tishome is too obvious. I'm like, Geber Miriam looks good.
She's someone. Yeah, I mean, like, Sinbera Teferi is another one who like pops to me as like waiting for her to get it right at a major stage.
She's coming off a 64-minute half.
Yeah.
Word on the street is that she's in really, really good shape. World record holder on the road 5K. She's run 2:19. So, she has gotten it right before the distance, but, in Ethiopia, 2:19 doesn't make you, you probably are not on the short list.
Right.
And so for her, I think that she's very much going to be in the conversation with Helen today.
I think the one person that really hard to know her fitness level, but is probably the most driven, other than making a Kenyan Olympic team, like that's on the table, of course, but like Emma Bates, like you miss the Olympic trials. You're watching everyone. You've gritted out all fall. You were so close to having like the last 2 miles of this race, it kind of slipped away from you. There's like a lot of emotion and a lot of pressure for her, but I kind of feel like maybe that conservative approach of cross training and then a build, it's a big wild card to me. I'm not like putting any money on it, but I do think it'll be really interesting to see how Emma tactically takes this race.
I think if it goes out really hard, I don't expect to see Emma in that lead pack in the beginning.
It was slow last year. Right?
Yeah, I think
which that's what Helen likes. Is just make it slow, and then in the last 2 miles, I'm
wind it up. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think coming off of an injury, maybe you don't take that big risk in the initial downhill in the first few miles. You want to ease into it a little bit. I don't expect this to go super fast, though. I don't think the women there's any impetus to make it quick
with the conditions too. I think I'm with you on that. I kind of had to go back and like double check if I heard Emma correctly when I interviewed her on Friday. We're saying that she feels like she's in the best shape of her life, and I was like, wow.
Everyone.
No, but like,
what are the odds?
It's just surprising.
She's as honest as career.
Yeah. It's just so interesting because like she doesn't. This is not out of the ordinary for her before marathons since working with Joe that she doesn't have a tune-up race beforehand. Fauble does the same exact thing, but there's just like no way to measure just how fit you are without like that tune-up race or like publicly. So like I'll just take her word for it. But I was surprised. It was just because like the injury coming off of Chicago was pretty severe.
Well, she said that she ran 12 miles in 66 minutes.
The morning of the NYC half. Just watching that got her motivated. She's like, okay, let's see what I can do.
Which is like, all right, well, that's, at altitude on hills. That's
she also has a training partner in the race. So she's been doing all of her miles with Dom Scott. Are they going to work together?
Maybe. I think Dom is another one who's like, She's hit a couple doubles, I think, in the marathon. She's looking for a little home run.
I think Dom's also...
by her standards.
Dom has really been someone who's been in the sport for such a long time and has progressively, like, 5K, 10K, half, marathon. And I don't think she's had this marathon breakthrough that she's looking for, but it's been really healthy for a very long time, and healthy is dangerous.
All right,
2-minute warning.
We've got a lot of different Adidas kits.
I like the kit.
Something?
Maybe it's different agents...
countries?
Remember, like, I guess, like, Nike does that sometimes, where if you're, like, a Federico Rosa or whoever it is, like, you got a different color kit. Maybe that's it.
I'm trying to put together what...
We're doing a little body language reading
it's not
here.
Countries.
Gabriel Gay. What do you think, Eric?
I think he looks fantastic.
Good color on him?
Lema looked just really happy.
He looked fired up.
He looked so fired up.
Yeah, he's pumped to be here.
All right, I like
Eric Elkanah Kabet.
Body language. All right, Eric, what do you think? Elkanah Kabet.
Oh, he's locked in.
Yeah, he looks slightly tense.
It looks like his sunglasses may not be working.
He looks like he smelled something horrible.
I think he just looks like he's squinting.
All right, so Elkanah coming off 4th place at the Olympic trials. He needs to unlock this spot for our boy Lenny.
Locked in. Evans Chibet.
All right, Evans
He
and
looks calm.
Cisse Lema both have a yellow singlet. They have both won majors.
That could be it. Yeah.
Oh, Kyle, good job. You might have just cracked the case.
Is that random dude behind him that guy definitely did not win.
Here, quick.
You saw that guy?
You see that guy?
He didn't win any majors. So.
On the subject of, because we discussed this, I think, a little bit in Orlando, sunglasses, like the squinting fatigue of like.
You wear the sunglasses.
Yeah, I think so.
Here's what you do: you wear them.
You wear them.
If it's really sunny.
Oh,
Wear 'em.
Zuhair does
Makes a
not have
difference?
sunglasses.
Oh. All right, they're off. Someone said this feels like an important marker for Suguru Osako. No, I think he's good. He's good for the Japanese selection.
He's locked in.
He's
No
in
one ran the
spot. No one
time.
beat him, so he's in a good spot. But it would be nice to win a major.
Yeah, that sounds nice.
Before the Olympics.
And Suguru's on Union, technically, yes?
Yes.
Okay. I see it on his little kit. This is my favorite. You can pull up the
The uniforms.
little...
Do you think we're going to get a lot of drone shots today?
I think so.
That'd be sweet. Is this a helicopter or a drone? And are helicopters technically drones? Are they different? Is it a
Our
version?
helicopters big.
I think
drones.
I think a drone is remotely operated.
Yeah.
That's like a definition of a drone.
This first mile, you're just falling. It is so downhill.
He's going on it too hard. He's
Well, this-
What is the watch possibly saying right now?
The watch is saying, "Hey, buddy, too hard, too hard. Don't be in front of Evans Chibet at this."
We
point."
trained so much, and we're going to just throw it away immediately.
Yeah.
Like a-
There's always one guy who wants to have his moment in Boston, and this is the guy.
It's
this
slightly
year.
blurry, so we
And you
can't
can't
read
even
his
read
bid.
his name. He
Let's
thought
not
this-
even read his name. Don't give him.
We're not. We're not gonna give him what he wants.
No.
Oh,
He just gets run over by a motorcycle.
stressful.
Even the camera guy on the motorcycle is like, just let this guy go. He'll
I
come
really,
back to us.
really don't like his arm carriage.
He's going to win.
You're just tearing this guy apart.
Someone said, "Who's this brave man out in front?"
He's... The yellow's a little hard to read for a name.
Yeah.
Moo...
No, don't say his name. That's what he wants.
Okay. sorry. Take it back.
All right, at what point in the race, like if he makes it to 2 miles, can we say his name?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Actually, no. It seems like Chavez hates. He wins it, and he's like, "I'm not saying his name."
You say it, not me.
Yeah.
Say his name.
So it looks like the front camera guy has to actually go with him.
That's why we don't like it, because we're going to miss
I know, because I want to see what's happening in that backpack. Who does this guy think he is? Daniel Do Nascimento?
How many obscure references can we make?
Yeah. CJ Albertson's in the back over there just being like, what
That
does
should
this
be
guy
me.
think?
That
Yeah,
should
that
be me. This guy
I
took-
bet that feels so good.
All right, so we talked a little. You guys talked
That's
a lot
a good
about
idea.
CJ Albertson on the preview show. So coming off the trials, he takes no breaks. He's probably been in the red light chicken coop for weeks.
Yeah.
Locked in.
He wants it to be a bit more conservative, is what he told me, where he doesn't think that if he splits 62 through the first half that it's going to go all that well in the second half, which is what happened, I think. Was that last year? So 64-ish, 64 mid would be smart.
We're not going to say his name yet because he hasn't
He
been
hasn't made
there
it the
long enough.
mile.
He's a 214 guy. So if I'm Evans Chibet,
You're not worried.
I'm not overly worried.
No, definitely not.
Oh, man, we got an anonymous reporter on the motorbike.
Yeah.
No idea. He's in witness protection.
Yeah.
We don't want to see his face.
It could be anyone.
It could be anyone. They're distorting his voice.
It's just Mark Coogan. Chris, you've done that. You've been,
I was on the motorcycle once.
You've locked in. Is it fun or kind of stressful?
It's fun. It is a little stressful because your motorcycle has to stay with the leader, and so you have to really squint to see what's happening in the backpack, which is more interesting. Like I was just watching Daniel Do Nascimento run in front of, like literally a couple feet away from me for about an hour and a half.
This guy's having way too much fun. He's really eating this up.
I wish I knew his name so I could look him up.
Oh, I know his name. Oh, I know it.
He's smiling.
I'm not saying it yet, but I know it.
The pack is coming though. They're gonna swallow this guy up.
That was 1 mile.
No, he's got to make it 2, and then he gets his name said.
I think a good weather report is looking at the spectators too. We still got some jackets on. So, it's still comfortable out there. When you see all the spectators when their Celtics jerseys on the rooftop, then it's game over.
Today is great spectating weather. The Boston College part of the course is going to be, as the
Rowdy.
kids say, lit. Yeah.
Lit.
CJ is kind of like in a little.
Do you think they go
between
through
area on his
training for
own.
the motorcycles? Like, how do you practice for that?
I
The
think
rider.
So the first mile, did you call it out?
no.
4:32 first mile.
For
Woo.
the guy,
Oh wow.
For he who shall not be named.
the Lord Voldemort up in front. Oh, that was a really tight shot where you could see his name.
Emma Bates.
All right, body language read, Eric. Emma Bates.
I think she looks good. I think
Looks
she's
good.
excited to be there.
Edna.
Locked in. She's like, I've done this before.
Not
This
as
is my-
excited as Emma. Emma
Not
was
as
more
excited. She's like, whatever.
And
That's
it's like,
not
I've done
necessarily good or
so
bad.
many marathons.
Oh, look at Sharon in the back. She got relegated to the second row.
Oh,
That.
Ellen. No one's more locked in.
Yeah.
Des, that was really friendly.
that's photobomb.
Yeah.
Dom's
So when does-
fired up
Big shades on deck.
When does Des stop doing this marathon?
when they stop paying her. What do you
Kenny
mean?
Simpson
Like,
Yeah.
You have a guaranteed
Never.
payday. All you
for the rest of your life.
gotta do is come run one marathon. It's great. Good gig. It's why it's worth winning. It's why everyone should try to win the
Yeah.
I should.
marathon.
If you're gonna run it, you gotta try and
You
win.
gotta try.
You gotta try and win.
Are we also insulting the guy out front who's trying to win it at the same time?
I guess we
suggesting
are,
everyone
yeah.
should try to win. Yeah.
I don't think we're insulting him because that's not how you win.
No one ever wins like that.
Like Joe Benoit Samuelson
anyone-
in the 1984 Olympics. That's
Meb
it.
took off after 8 miles.
When did Yuki take over? Did he go early?
Early? Yeah.
What is it? I feel like the track nerds in the chat can do some research. Has anyone done end to end?
In recent history. It's been a while.
Ooh, Jenny said with the Aura ring.
Jenny said she's like making it to that finish line no matter what. I think after the trials. It's
What does
tough.
that mean? Like,
Well, she
race?
dropped out at the trial. It's like the debut.
Oh, okay,
It's
okay.
like, the point to point as well. The thing about the trials course was it was so easy to drop out. It was a lot of really good places to drop out.
Have you dropped
Boston,
out of a race?
I dropped out of a 5K in the city once, and I took a subway
Yeah,
to
what,
finish.
what about
Wait, as a pro though.
Yeah, as a pro.
That was-
I thought I broke my foot
what about one of those
on the subway.
Connecticut
Stop.
5K? Didn't you drop out toward the end of your career?
Oh, I did drop out. Eric won the race. Oh, I was dropping out a lot of, but Eric won the race. And I just walked up to my coach. I said, "Yeah, I'm retiring."
Wait, when you dropped out of the race and then got in the subway, like what? Did you go right from race to subway? Like, are you still in like uniform? And
yeah. I
you
walked
jumped.
up,
You had cash on you. You jumped.
and I was like, "Hey, I don't have any cash on me."
Yeah.
And she was like, "Yeah, go in." I should have jumped.
she's like,
Trace is a
aren't you supposed to be finishing a race right now?
She was like, "Kyle, get back out there."
Yeah, it's in there.
Look at my foot.
Some of the worst tactics I've ever seen.
Oh, this is interesting. Like, there's no clock on the screen for the
chair
men's and
races?
women's races.
We don't know.
We got
We
the
don't
split
have-
screen of the
We don't
chair
have
races
a
going
second
on.
mile yet. So
I can't wait for Chris to say this guy's name.
Yeah, wait.
He's like, you will say it.
No, we do have. Isn't this the second mile?
Oh, we have a second mile.
But we don't know who the leader is yet.
So they were 4:47 for the second mile, 4:48.
We got to see when they cut back to who's leading. We shall find out if I say his name or not. They're holding them for a bit.
It's 9:47, just as they told us.
The Sharon in the second row, that is disrespectful. She
Jenny
might win
Simpson,
now.
the front row, Sharon in the second row.
No, I guess Jenny was in.
That's the front row.
Is that the front row?
Wow, there was no get ready. No one was prepared.
It's a long way to go.
I think there was a false start. Call him back.
All right, America 1-2.
If this holds, it'll be pretty historic.
Stop the count. Stop the count. We're good here. All right. Emma up front. Doesn't look quick, though.
The relativity is really hard to see.
This first mile is just like, we're just falling.
All right, we need to find out if we're saying... Because he might have passed 2 miles at this point.
I'm sure. I bet he did.
Or like he might have been leading at 2 miles and then now has been passed. So they're going to come back. We're going to see him at 5K. And he maybe does deserve to have his name said.
When we cut back, if he's not in the front, Chris isn't saying his name.
If there was a split screen.
Yeah, if they cut back and he's not leading, it's over. Someone in the comment section, this is hilarious. My kids are waiting for the guy's name, laughing.
I like the A6 singlets.
Yeah, I do like them too.
So what was all the kit reveals like the same week? It's like, this is the outdoor season. You all get new kits this week.
We're going to talk kit reveals.
No, we're not.
Touchy subject.
Touchy. I can't open Twitter right now without our notifications being all about this week's kit reveals.
I think it's a little weird that it was all the same week.
Yeah.
I think Helen wants this slow.
She's just the arms, the way she's moving her head.
What's
like
her head?
out for like a jog.
Or it looks like she's like the last mile of the race.
I know. She just gets into a rhythm. Like there's a song playing in her head right now.
It's been a while since we've seen the men.
Yeah. All right, Emma's form and stride looks normal, right? Like that's just how she runs.
What you were expecting?
He was expecting a visible limp.
Like there's no sign of any sort of.
If she was visibly limping,
it's been a while. I think she's healthy.
Within
so this
a half mile.
If we look at the right side over here, just Des running off to the side. She obviously knows this course better than anyone. Like so, I guess is this one of the tangents that is. And Jenny's doing something that she did at the NYC half where she's just like, I'm just going to sit on Des and then
100%.
try and kick her down in the last 2-3 miles.
I think that's
a good strategy for Jenny.
That's what everyone should do is just follow Des.
Yeah.
If I saw Des on that side of the road and I was on the opposite side of the road,
I'd be like, look, I should probably not be on this side of the road.
$1K in.
All right, for those who have run a marathon, how much does the camber of the road matter? Do you really want to be running straight in the middle there, or the tangents really help because it's a flatter road? Do nothing.
Are you asking those who've run marathons or good marathons?
Well, I don't.
Hey.
Well, I haven't either. I'd say you have run a good marathon.
Oh, thank you.
I've participated.
Yeah.
Well, we have the two people who haven't participated over here. We can't contribute.
The thing is, I didn't know Houston, so I just ran, and
3 mile split, 4:34.
But we don't know who it is. Second fastest mile of. Oh wait, we got our 5K split. 14:21. Cisse Lema, Zuhair Talbi, Evans Chabet, and the guy who was leading is not in there. Not in there. So
what's the name reveal?
Sorry, buddy.
We're not getting it.
Sorry, buddy.
Is he anywhere close?
No, I don't think so.
Oh my gosh, he blew it.
You blew it. You could have had your name said to hundreds of people watching at home.
Maybe he was just doing a 5K.
You know what? Not today, buddy.
We don't give that sort of clout out for free.
No. Now, if he was wearing a pair of the Hoka Cielo X1s.
Oh my God, or the Skyward X's.
Or the Skyward X's.
I ran them this morning.
Been shouting your name
4-mile run.
All out on Newberry Street.
What's around Emma's arm?
I think it's a Whoop.
No. I think that's
or a Coros heart rate
monitor.
But it looks
Guys,
like
no free clout.
It's a heart rate monitor of sorts.
Yeah. It's a heart rate monitor contraption.
Well,
okay,
we're going to invoice Coros for that.
No free ads, but they did do a cool post about her training and taper on her page.
Enough with the wearables talk now.
Dana, you're done. Get out. No, we want more money, more alternative sponsors. Pay the athletes.
If we had a clock on screen, there would have been a sponsor attached to that clock as well.
You're not looking at your heart rate during the race.
Yeah,
right?
no, I don't think you are.
You'd be
Oh,
scared.
geez, we're at 160.
Yeah.
You're going to back it
You
down.
no, I don't think you would be.
You'd hope not.
So we still haven't seen the guys.
No,
Not in
no.
a minute.
We should have a second clock going of the last time we've seen the men. Women, 5:18 first mile.
Emma.
Not for considering the huge downhill,
Well,
say relatively slow.
Hey, look at this. Yusei Lemma, Zuhair Talbi, Evans Chibet, Gabriel Gay, all 4 of our picks are.
And yeah, Albert Career.
Oh, and Albert Career. All of them are like, you know what? For CITIUS.
do you think Marcel Hugh just gets kind of bored of being so much better than everyone else
Definitely
in the
not.
cherries?
What do you mean? He's like,
He's collecting paycheck after paycheck. He's going to probably go to London,
yeah.
win there.
Yeah,
as
you're on
well.
the circuit.
No one's happier that he's dominating everything.
We're 51 minutes of the race. The estimated finish is 1 hour and 14. So really getting to the end of the men's chair race.
Wow.
And he's 4 minutes up from Daniel Romanchuk.
What's the course record?
I think he has it.
Does he have it?
I think that there's a slight tailwind today too, which is obviously important for the runners, but for wheelchair athletes, probably even more
Rainbow
so.
Cooper. What a name.
That is a sick
It's a
name.
great name.
All right, so it's been about 20 minutes. Do we know if the men are still there?
They actually called the
They've
They've
race.
been abducted? Our helicopters just big drones.
All right, so I guess course record talk for the men and women. Chris, give that interesting
there we go.
fun
Here are
fact
the
about
guys.
women's course record.
Look at the men.
Yeah, so.
Oh,
Wait, we've got
wow.
a shot of the men's race.
They're already strung out.
Oh, yeah, multiple packs.
I don't love this from Cisalema. I just, again, if the question that I made up beforehand was his ability to run hills or not, just given his history of where he's run well, you're in a false sense of security at this point in the race. You're like, what was everyone talking about? This course is very easy.
You know who did this last year and then paid the price?
Eliud Kipchoge.
Eliud Kipchoge.
The yellow half tights are pretty wild.
Zuhair's falling off already.
No, he's being smart.
The yellow half tights are a lot.
Do you think Kipchoge has to come back? He's got to finish what he started, get his 6-star.
I think he's probably not going to do that.
He's not interested.
I think he's, at this point, like, I've been losing faith in my guy Elliott and, like, keeping his word on that stuff.
He's not coming to
I
New
think
York.
he got, you know what? I'll say it. He got spooked by this course last year.
Whoa.
He was so scared.
He was like, I guess I'll just go run
I mean-
201 in Berlin.
Again.
Go to.
Is this the year he runs New York?
So where was
Maybe.
did you guys see where was CJ Albertson where
CJ is not in the top 10.
Elkanah Kibet looks to be like the top American right now.
16.
CJ is actually running very conservatively. So for perspective, Elkanah Kibet, top American, was 14:23. We just saw him on screen just a few meters back from that lead pack. CJ was 31 seconds behind him at 5K.
Oh wow.
So doing the complete opposite move of years past for the world's best downhill runner. Which,
What a title.
well, he gave it to himself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, did you? Yeah.
There's probably a race,
I feel like you would need to go win a
downhill race.
downhill race to be called that.
Yeah. Cisalema is opening up. First off, we got 4 races
the
on
quad
screen at
box.
one time. That's
And we
great.
got a clock in the corner, so we're doing well right now.
Cisalema throwing it down.
We're doing well right now.
That 4th mile was 4:34. So I guess for some perspective, go out to your local track and run 4 miles at 18:26, and that's what these guys have done.
All right. Eric, I got it now. This is what we need.
Whoa.
Oh, shit.
There's an update
We got an update.
that we didn't see on the screen here, but they must have given the update in the media center. Marcel Hug crashed at the Firehouse turn, but was able to recover and continues racing. He's still on course record pace.
Did we jinx him?
Oh,
I think you guys jinxed him.
I jinxed it.
I didn't do
crashed,
it.
but he's still on course record pace. This is just, I mean, geez, there's a lot going on.
Break
I
it down,
feel,
bro.
I feel horrible. Let me just say.
The chairs are actually pretty fragile, too. I think that turning is one of the most difficult parts of the racing. So I was speaking to some of the athletes who come out and do the Falmouth Mile, and they do on the track, and they say the track racing is very, very difficult because those chairs have very limited turning ability. So if the crash was to happen, it's likely
On a turn, yeah.
on a turn.
Someone did say, caught your Larry Rawson reference. This is his 50th year doing the Boston Marathon.
It's crazy. We're only at year 3.
We're only
and
at
making
year
a
3
big
of doing
deal of it.
watch-alongs.
Yeah.
So, like, when we are in our 50th year of doing these marathon watch-alongs,
What was Mike Wardian on?
I don't want to make it 50 years.
Women's second mile was 5:25, by the way. So 5:18, 5:25.
The Eurosport broadcast had the crash, and they said he looked okay. So
Good.
I love this. I love we could talk to the chat.
Yeah, I mean, we have a commercial.
Yeah. We're watching an ad for. You thought I was gonna say what it was for, but no free ads.
There's 2 cardinal rules.
All right.
All
Don't share the
Chisholm
person in
has
front.
a significant lead now, and does that look like Zuhair is the one chasing in second?
No,
Yes, it is.
no, it doesn't.
Zuhair went from falling off the back of the pack to being in second.
Yep, that is
Yeah.
Zuhair.
Where's my boy Gabe?
Just hanging out on the left side.
Zuhair knows the tangents.
So again, Cissé Lema is coming off a 2:01, I believe the 4th man ever under 2:02 at the Valencia Marathon. He's really good at running.
He's super good at running.
He's won London before, has not done it in Boston.
Women's 5K is coming up soon.
All right, mass start is off.
My coach is in this.
Nice.
Yeah. Hey, I see Central Park Track Club there. Shout out.
I just want to see Chara. It's my favorite
Yes,
athlete.
and you know Chara, like just marathon addict now.
He's fast.
Yeah,
For how tall he is,
He's taken chunks of time.
It is-
each time out.
I need to pull up his time, but it's absolutely incredible that body can, first of all, run a marathon. Second of all, that he loves doing it.
Men's 5th mile was 4:46. So 5 miles through in 23:12. You know, their estimated finish right now is 2:01:30,
Woo!
which if they hold on, I feel like they should have the estimated finish time account for the uphills and like the undulations. It's like, this is what, if you're running this pace at 5 miles, we would expect historically off of the million people who've run this race before that your actual finish time
We'll
is.
just get ChatGPT to make a model on that.
It'd be a good algorithm.
I got an update that David Melly has started the Boston Marathon.
Woo!
So
I actually think we should shout out David because every year David has come on this chat and he's saved us with random Boston trivia. So if that's missing from this year's broadcast,
We've got no random Boston trivia.
it's because he's out there running for you.
man, they're really not showing us the races here. We're watching Meb jogging right now.
I'm going to find an alternate stream. I'll be right back.
Well,
Well,
Well, remembering history of
This is
Boston's
the 10-year
past.
anniversary of Meb's win. Oh, yeah, you teed me up earlier when you were discussing the women's course record. It's 219 something, and Rita Jeptu ran the record in 2014 and then got popped for EPO. And so Bazunish Deb of Ethiopia got upgraded from silver to gold. And the difference between gold and silver is $75,000, and the course record also pays out $25,000. And reportedly, according to the Wall Street Journal, the BAA has yet to pay out the $100,000 that they owe Bazunish Deba because they're trying to get it from Rita
I'm sure there's
Jeptu.
some sort of insurance involved.
I don't know. Well, if you account for inflation, then maybe that's like worth like $128,000.
I don't think any of these prize monies have been adjusted for inflation in years.
Yeah.
It's just the same every single time.
They said they were trying to get the money back from Rita Jeptu. I hate to tell them this, but
That's not
I
happening.
think she spent that money.
I hate to tell him. That's gone.
That's gone.
Good luck.
Women's 5K splits are up. Sharon Lachetti leads 16:36 with a pretty solid pack there. Let's see, Mac, if you scroll down, how many more names we got? 10 women in that lead pack.
I can't find an alternate stream, but I did get a virus on my computer. I downloaded a couple of things I don't think I was supposed to.
That's your work computer.
Oh, look, it's Gronk. Oh, look at Gronk.
Is Gronk? Oh, I think you said he's running, commentating.
The men's race is going to be over by the time. No, look, Cissé Lema is not going to hold on this whole time. They're going to be coming back.
I mean,
So
I want to see the race. Like, I'm starting to get frustrated. This is ridiculous.
And they have the ability to do that quad screen. It's there.
Like, I don't care what Gronk has to say right now.
I would care if Gronk was running the race.
I would love to hear what actually Tom Brady would have to say.
All right, Cissé Lema
Has to
is
be
your
better.
leader at 10K.
wow, he's opened up a huge gap.
28-28 split. And that he is up 24 seconds on the rest of the field. Evans Chibet leading the rest of the pack. And unfortunately, you can't see any of it right now.
So we've got Lema, Chibet, Kotut, Gay, Muhammad Essa, Haftu Teklu, John Courier, Albert Courier, Zuhair Talbi, all in that pack together.
Our
And
estimated
then
finish.
A ways back is Elkanah Kabet in 10th, leading.
Our estimated finish has gone down to
American.
2 flat.
Wow.
That would be huge.
That'd be huge.
Who needs Valencia?
Yeah, that
Needless
would be.
to say, that'd be really, really huge.
So that 5th mile is clearly wrong because he did not run 4:05. So I don't think we're going
It
to.
also says mile 6 split.
It's
It was 5:02.
Yeah, so if we average it out, he's running 4:30. So we'll
That
say,
actually could. That's probably right.
if he ran a 4:05 mile, that'd be. It would
Well-
make sense to run a 5:02 after the
Isn't
4:05
two-
because you'd be very
That
tired.
actually would. Yeah.
What's the pace for a 2-hour marathon? Like 4:35.
Yeah, right in there.
All right,
4:34.
What if we just saw 2 broken today on the Boston Marathon course? Does it even count?
No.
Net downhill.
All right, women on screen, they've got their bottles.
And as I remember, I think Chris saying that
His only concern.
his only
My
concern was
concern
the bottles.
Helen grabbing bottles, and it
Yeah.
looks like she's got it.
She's got it.
That was
One
an
for
issue for
one.
Kipchoge as well, I feel like.
It's the only thing Chris cared about.
Because see, like I think the biggest issue would be like running. I feel like he'd be really good at grabbing the bottles.
I think drinking the bottle could be hard.
Because like Gronk could probably grab bottles,
Oh my God, his hands.
but the running part.
He grabbed a bunch of bottles. The running part, yeah.
All right, so that is what? 20 women on screen in that lead pack?
In the way back, you can barely see in the screen, but you got Des and Jenny Simpson, and then there's 2 other athletes. I think that's a German athlete in that kind of secondary pack, too.
But Emma and Sarah Hall.
Dom Scott
still in there.
All the favorites. How's Sharon looking? Chill.
Sharon looks like she's always chilling.
This is anyone's race right now.
It looks like they may have slowed down a little bit. We
Um,
gotta get this next split.
Whoa. Why would you cut?
Come on.
Okay, so Emma just almost went down. Did we see who she was tripping or who tripped her? I don't want to point fingers. We didn't really see the whole thing, but
I swear. No, are you kidding me?
that was the most
commercial?
exciting thing that's happened in
Yeah.
the marathon yet.
This is terrible.
All right, we got to figure out.
We got to find Eurosport.
The alt.
Yeah, someone in the chat, drop the Eurosport link so that we can
Yeah, like,
set
please.
our VPN to
Someone
another
help us.
country, and we'll be able to watch it. Please.
Help.
Please, we're begging. I was acting genuine, please. Please. Please, God help. Please.
Oh, man.
All right, I think I got Eurosport.
You did?
Oh,
Yeah.
there we go.
Unless another virus.
Subscribe
to watch. How much is
All right,
this
get the
worth to
CITIUS
you?
Mag card out.
€7.
Jesus.
It's not that bad.
It's not as bad as... Never mind.
As bad as what, Chris?
I'll hold my tongue.
Am I signing up for this?
Are you really doing? Wow.
Chris?
You guys got it like that?
Are you proving
Yeah,
your
yeah, do it,
your
do it.
€8?
Check our bank account.
Yeah, I
See
mean,
if
you guys
it.
are just.
It's on Hoka.
Wow. Yeah.
All right.
This is a tragedy.
I feel like this is where we needed our own like little human interest segments that we can pop in instead of watching their commercials.
Yeah.
Just like
All right,
For the 949 people watching right now on our channel, we apologize for WCVB dropping the ball.
we did not know that WCVB was going to be like this.
Just remember to cancel your Eurosport subscription after.
What if I really like it?
Marcel looks back, smooth. Getting close to the finish here.
Yeah.
I have to say, though, how refreshing that it's happening to
Yeah,
the men's side,
I
not the
know.
women's side.
Is this what
Is this how it feels?
fans of women's distance running must always feel?
Yeah. Wow.
I'm including myself in that, obviously.
All right, so you have a VPN, right? What country? Hey, chat. What country?
Payment has been refused,
Oh,
I knew-
man.
much like a
Declined.
local establishment that we frequented yesterday. They don't take Amex.
All right,
No free ads.
we're gonna have to grind this thing out.
Rainbow Cooper, still with the best name out there.
So the course record right now for the men is 2:03:02. That was set by Geoffrey Mutai in 2011, the pre-Super Shoes
Ooh.
era.
A funny
That's
thing
ready to go
about
down.
Jeffrey Mutai was that, and this is, I think, what we're saying about Helen as well and all the Kenyan athletes. He was like the world record holder, had won Boston and New York, I
And it's
believe,
not
multiple
enough.
times dominated. And then on a hot day in Boston, right before the selection, he had a bad day and they didn't pick him.
Yeah.
So
Who's on that committee?
tough.
Well, actually, they put Mary Katani as the head of like the selection this year, and it's ironic because they screwed her over in 2012 by not selecting her.
All right, Emma out front.
Man.
Wow, look at the men's race.
Lemma is in Framingham right now, and he is motoring.
Are the other guys in a different town?
Yeah, honestly. All right, so Emma Bates did not fall.
Probably gave her a little
got back up.
energetic burst.
Like Chumbawamba.
Like Chumbawamba.
She was like, I'm not playing these tactical games. I'm taking it.
Yeah.
No one's going to bother me up here.
Emma does run really well when she locks into a certain pace. Like super consistent. I remember last year it was just like the same time over and over and over again. So I don't think she loves variable up and down pacing.
So 4 miles was 5:15 from the women. Quickest of the race yet. So they're getting going. Never mind. Mile 5, 5:31. Slowest yet. Which is perhaps why Emma took the lead.
Cisse Lemma, interesting arm carriage.
Yeah, it's pretty high.
He could
High
use a
and
pair of
tight.
sunglasses. Squinting.
She should have had shades on.
Going off of nothing but just the way he looks and the cadence, this doesn't seem like a sustainable move for Cisse Lemma. Like that, he's very opened up right now. And you're only
Old
30.
strategy, Cotton. Let's see how this one plays.
You're only
out.
you're under 40 minutes into the race.
I mean,
If
if he breaks 2 hours, it doesn't count towards the marathon world record because it was set in Boston.
I don't think he's breaking 2 hours.
tailwind.
saying, I'm
There's a
just throwing it out
tailwind.
there.
That's the rumor on the street.
Is there a tailwind out there right now?
I honestly felt like a tiny tailwind, but it's not very windy. I mean, it could pick up. It's not that windy out. Let's look at a flag. See Marcel finishing the race.
No, 25? All right, so it'll be done in 30 seconds.
I mean, he'll be done in like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't think that accident really took him down.
No.
I like how Sitco now. Sorry, no free ads.
Mile 8.
The iconic sign. Now they just have it everywhere.
Yeah.
Mile 8 for the men was 4:38.
1 mile to go. Men's chair race.
Oh, apparently Flow Sports has an international feed, so I've recently paid for that, so I'll try it. Boston Marathon, all right. Just change my country to, pick a country, Eric, any country.
I'm not doing it.
Canada.
Canada? Do they have it in Canada? Let's see. We're also putting this out there. We're open to a VPN sponsorship.
All right, let's check in. See, the women have not reached 10K yet. We're waiting for that. Get an idea of where the women are behind Emma. Sarah Hall looked to be in that front pack still, but we don't have eyes on the team of Des and Jenny. I'm gonna link them up. I'm assuming that
Australia.
Jenny is.
I think they're a team. The fun thing is Emma's marathon PB, it does have asterisks, 2:22:10 last year in Boston. Her real PB, not net downhill, is 2:23. So I think if she feels like she probably wants to break 2:20 today too. I've probably been training that way as well.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be in that fitness. I don't know. I feel
question
like going into this race caring
don't really
about
care.
time at all.
Well, I think it's. I don't think you're
strategy-wise?
caring about time which you're racing, but you trained with the time in mind. Like
Yeah.
2:18 is gonna win.
Yeah.
That fitness is going to win.
That
All right.
final turn. I think this is one of the best finishes. And yeah, Chris, how'd it feel? Left on, was it? I mess it up every time.
Was it
Right on Hereford, left on Boylston.
Yeah. I mean, that's the beauty of this race is, like, when you do it, you feel like a champion because, like, all these people are out there cheering for you. Although, like, if you see it now, like, it's 10:17 a.m. and the crowds are pretty light on there. So it works in favor of the mass runners, I feel like. I now have, like, right here is the line of demarcation. I'm now in Australia, right here.
Good day.
And I'm watching on an international feed, apparently.
Wow.
You know, that'd be nice on the CBS feed we're watching, or whatever it is. A clock. Like, he's about to win the race, and we don't see the time.
There you go.
There he goes.
He's hype. He doesn't get old. Answering my own question.
Slow down, slow down.
That was great.
That was a good
Yeah. He's like, please don't, please.
practice all year for that.
All right, Marcel doing Marcel things.
The Swiss Bullet.
Did he get the course record?
Yes. Course record previously was 1:17:06, and he just crossed the finish line in 1:15:35.
He just set
Wow.
the tone for the day.
All right, record-breaking day.
Mile 9 for the men, 4:35. Cicelema still rolling.
So they're coming up on the 15K mark.
Yep.
I have to say,
idea
sometimes
of
I
where everyone
really
is.
don't like when people break out that early because you don't get to see anyone else.
Yeah, we want that. That's why we like tactical races.
Yeah, it's not as exciting.
Max getting fired up. It does suck, Mac. We're here to watch the Boston
Split
Marathon,
screen,
and
split
we have
screen.
not seen.
I want Max split screen tweets starting to roll.
I would.
Rainbow Cooper on the screen.
Who do you think's producing this? ESPN or the local?
I think it's the local.
Because the local, like ESPN doesn't
All right.
do this for any other sport. This is not how they cover
42,
sports.
43, 42, 43
I think they're
for Cicelema. That is 4:36 pace. He is projected to finish in 2 hours and 10 seconds.
So he's still rolling right now.
Okay, I do like him breaking out if he runs that fast on the Boston Marathon course and makes it absolutely untouchable for anyone else.
Yeah, if he goes sub 2, it'll be fun.
Oh, wow. All right, women just passed 6 miles. Cicelema's lead is... and it's a no passing zone. So technically, even if they were there...
Yeah, you can't go by him.
We just saw Sarah Hall dump a cup of water on her head. Early indications that it's getting warm out there.
It's definitely getting warm out there.
What's the weather report?
I heard
Hot.
59.
Yeah.
Getting up to 66.
So Cicelema's lead feels like it's going to be
Gigantic.
bigger than the last mile split, which was 24 seconds. Now he is... We're still waiting.
I mean, getting the one of the risks in going out hard is that the fueling is more difficult. When your heart rate is up, when you're in it, you're just not going to be able to get things down as easily. And that's the challenge there, as we do see them in the background. But to say, honestly, he chugged that. That was
it's
a
80 seconds.
quick bottle.
1 minute and
Quick
20
bottle.
1 minute and 20 second lead on the field.
We also have the women's 10K split up. 33:27 for
This
the
is
pack.
this is when we need.
5:26 pace.
Oh, Helen is swinging. Helen is swinging.
She got her bottle.
Wow, wild move.
I told you
Helen-
it's the bottle stations that are the problem with Helen.
You were right.
He's
There's just something about the bottle
In the
station
preview
she
when
can't
you were like-
really handle.
When you're like picking her spot, I'm like, she won. She gets to be number one.
Yeah,
yeah.
She's
The
practiced
helicopter drone got a good shot here.
Do you think because it goes through so many different towns, they each have to have their separate helicopters?
I think they will probably
They share.
communicated. This is when we need live betting in the Boston Marathon. I know Chris had emailed the commissioner of gaming or something.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Couldn't explain.
I never tweeted this or reported on it, but last year there was, talks that DraftKings would be offering up odds on the Boston Marathon, and the BAA kind of shut that down. This year, I think
would've been-
DraftKings kind of gave up, and there wasn't even a submission to try and get it approved by the Massachusetts Gaming Commission or whatever it was. And so, anyone who had hopes of gambling on the Boston Marathon, sorry, 2 years in a row now, where
it
you're
would be
let down.
interesting because Cicelema's up.
Oh, live
80
betting would be amazing.
He's up 80 seconds on the field, and so in other sports, if you were up by 15 points, then it's obviously the odds would very much be in your favor. But in marathons, it's kind of like the opposite. Like if I had to take Cisse or the field right now, I feel like I'm taking the field.
Yeah, I would probably take the field at this point too.
But then at like every mile that passes, his odds increase and would get better and better. So it's like at 10 miles, I'm like, 16 miles by himself, like going at 2 flat pace, like he's going to blow up. I'm going to take the field. But at 15 miles, I might not feel so strongly. And if he's still doing this at 18, 19, it would swing obviously to the other side where he is suddenly a heavy favorite.
What pace is the pack running? Yeah.
All right. So Mac's suggestion was in the Tour de France on the motorbikes, they have the whiteboard and they let you know the distance between the athletes. We haven't thought of that.
Cycling production.
What, informing the leader? Oh.
Well,
Yeah.
I just watched the Paris-Roubaix Belgian cycling race last weekend. I've been, related into this cycling family now. And it's crazy how good the coverage is. But you know what they do, which Mac would hate? They don't really cover, like in Tour de France, yes, but a lot of the other sub races, they kind of just don't cover like the first 30 miles. And they do an amazing coverage for like the last 2/3 of the race.
I would take that.
Yeah, so would you? So it's like, okay, you don't get...
No.
You don't get the first 10K of the Boston Marathon, but you get the best coverage ever.
The problem is the first 10K,
Oh,
look at what's happened.
He's in
completely broken open
Wellesley?
early.
No, right?
Mile 10 was 4:40 for
I think it'd be an
Cisse.
interesting experiment. Like, what's your budget? What's like the best production you could do, and how long of the race can you stretch that for? More drones.
We need way more drones.
Edna Kippelgott just looking around.
They're chatting.
She's chatting with.
She's like,
That
I
Judith
love
Courier?
I love this part of the course.
She's giving a tour. I've been here before.
Man, this is a rough broadcast to watch. Someone asked in the chat, did Jenny get dropped? I believe so.
Yeah, Jenny Felt was back a little bit before.
Jenny and Des are running like a more conservative race, right?
Jenny was 58 seconds behind the leaders at 10K, which was 6 seconds behind Des.
Okay.
I honestly feel like a good day for Jenny could be running, a 2:29 race.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
And
you just kind of want to get one on the board.
You got to get one on the board.
And it just looks that far back if they're running 10 minutes faster.
It's tough because when you're coming from the track where she always won, it's a different set of expectations. It's going to be like, all right, let's get.
And her half. I mean, she
20th.
just ran a 72-minute half. Like, that's pretty far back from, like, what the leaders are running.
How's that international feed going?
It's starting to crumble.
You're no longer in Australia. The walls are breaking down.
All right, so this is Cisse Lema's third Boston Marathon. He was a DNF previously and then also finished 30th here. So trying to erase the ghost of the past.
He finished 30th?
30th.
Wow.
I don't even know if there's 30 men in the lead field.
I think that's when you start tipping into the regular field, placing
like-
higher.
Yeah, Zdeno Chara is going to come in 30th.
That's what we also need. We need, like, the handicap. Like, what's the height handicap for Chara?
Yeah. It's not all that different. Zuhair Talbi is 80 seconds back. He's in a pack with Kotut from Kenya, Chebet, Gabriel Gay, Albert Carrier, Essa from Ethiopia, Teklu from Ethiopia.
Where's Seguru?
Yeah, he's the one name that I haven't seen come up so far. Surprising.
Yeah.
He's in 15th, okay.
The men's splits are kind of all over the place, too. I think it's not that helpful to see these splits.
Okay.
The women's estimated finish time is 2:21:58. Which I I mean, what did you say? How many women had run sub 220 in this field? It was.
There's like a handful of them in this one. I think Kyle went to go fix the satellites and stuff.
Yeah, he's getting out there. Oh,
that's the crash. Wow, we just got a replay of it. Whoa.
He was going so fast.
Man, he looked like Nicholas Latifi out there.
And he went straight into the fencing.
Man, thank goodness that he's okay and that he won.
That's why they're wearing helmets.
Thank God he won.
Is he wearing a Rolex?
We're on watch alert.
I think he is.
I mean, he is Swiss. So
Yeah.
probably is Rolex Swiss.
That's a good question.
I bet he's wearing a Swiss watch.
Yeah.
That's what they're known for.
Yeah. That's pretty badass.
No free ads.
Yeah.
Only Rolex gets a free ad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, look how.
Yeah, why did he crash right into that? I mean, come on. Like, yeah.
We're looking at mile splits. Mile 11 split for the men, 4:41. So stays the same. Cisse Lemma is still up in the front.
This really has been like the least amount of the race that we've seen in a very long time.
Yeah. All right.
Most amount of wheelchair
Yeah.
in history.
All right. My international feed has Lemma on camera right now.
How's he looking? Same.
He's looking good.
He looks
okay,
good.
so his 5K splits were 14:10 at 10K and then 14:15 at 15K. I don't have Watch ESPN on my computer right here.
Oh, wow.
Look at that. We're trying to piece together.
How do you get the
how to watch
ESPN
different-
Spanish feed?
Cisse Lemma looking down at his watch. Not a Rolex.
It's been, all this talk about the growth of sports, WNBA popping off, women's basketball, and here we are
We're struggling a
piecing
little bit here
together
today.
6 feeds. I need a Caitlin Clark.
Yeah.
Caitlin Clark, do you want to run a marathon?
Yeah.
I will pay you.
Emma's up in the front. Still, let's see. What's the latest mile split we've got? On the women's side, mile 8 was a 5:40. They're going to come up on the 15K split in a little bit. But it's anyone's race right now on the women's side. All right, so if you people in the chat figure they want to watch the Spanish feed, you go to ESPN, watch ESPN, and click the Deportes, I think. Click feed.
Do you need a VPN?
No. No VPN needed.
What'd I miss?
Not
We
much.
saw the crash.
Okay.
It was
The
insane.
crash was pretty crazy.
Into a fence.
I've got my eyes right now on the men's chase pack, and it's Evans Chibet working from the front, Albert Carrier and Gabriel Gay right with him. And then the women's lead pack right now, still Emma Bates, but she's leading a pack of like 12. No, that looks like more than 12. That looks like 15 to 20 women.
The Spanish feed. Where's that?
Deportes.
I think it's fun when they're in a pack like that. I'm sure Emma's stressed, but
I think it's more exciting watching like the big I think the women's race is more exciting now than the men's race.
The potential for the men could be like
That's
a
true.
chase
Yes,
situation.
a chase situation's fun. Like if the pack starts closing on Lemma, then that makes it a lot of fun. But I do like, as it stands right now, the type of race that the women's
Okay,
Don't we feel like this happens every time?
Multiple
We've
feeds
got
going
multiple,
right now, which is great.
Okay,
we got
good.
the Spanish feed up as well.
You got the Spanish feed. I've got the international feed, and we've got the local feed going. All right.
Local feeds
The
showing.
Spanish
The
feed
local
is the.
feed's just showing the Battle of Gettysburg.
No, it's the Battle of Lexington and Concord.
No,
it's
it's
Patriots
not.
Day.
Oh, you're right.
To be David Melly, it's Patriots Day.
This
All right.
is.
It's
Actually, this is kind of cool.
Turn the volume up.
Yeah, yeah.
There's
Wow.
the reenactment.
I'm like, Cissé Lemma's taking a wrong turn and stumbled onto a battlefield.
They should have this.
Yeah. Yeah, they should run through this. Yeah.
oh,
My
Oh
God.
my gosh.
those are all the guys who fell
That's
off
what happens
the
when you
pack.
go on two flat base.
All right, so I don't know how time zones work, but somehow the Spanish feed's like 4 minutes ahead of what we're watching.
Wow. 4 minutes ahead.
4 minutes ahead.
Like into the future. We like.
This is-
What is time?
their time is ahead of us during the day.
All right. Any updated mile
So
splits? The women.
Spoiler alert.
I know.
Cissé Lemma is still leading.
His another 440 for him. He's just clicking them off. 440, 441, 440. He is in a rhythm right now.
Yes.
All right. We
Got a
our
new
cafe
backdrop.
Nice.
The level of detail in the cafe backdrop is the most iconic thing I've ever seen. If CITIUS had a real office, this should go in there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Chris, I think you should put this in your apartment.
All right, Cissé Lemma,
It'd be a nice backdrop to do.
we have a 20K split for him, which also means we're going to get the half really soon. But 440 pace through all that, and no one has yet come through behind.
Yeah, do we know what pace the pack, like what are they, what's the pack running? What's Zuhair Talby running?
Zuhair is running.
Zuhair's in that pack that's chasing right
They're in like 203, 204 pace.
Okay.
That chase pack.
Yeah.
We'll get the official in 20K.
We're doing some
But,
set
Okay.
redesigning
that
back
update.
here.
all right, Evans Chabet's starting to make a little bit move away from that. Look, when Evans has won this race previously, it's late in the race. Like he makes really hard moves. I want to say at like 18, 19 miles is when he's won it before. There's still so much running left.
Still
like
lots of running, yeah.
I think we're in Wellesley. This is the Kiss Me Wellesley Girls section, Scream Tunnel.
Scream Tunnel.
This is my David Melly hat. Coming back on for your Boston trivia. Lemma's not stopping to kiss the ladies.
See, I had some reservations on Evans' Achilles, but the fact that he's healthy, seemingly, still going for it, and he's starting to make this move. Like maybe he didn't want to go with Cissé in the beginning, feel things out, make sure the Achilles is properly attached. And now, 12 miles in, he's like,
it's attached still.
we're just.
I might as well I might as well open it up a bit.
You know what I should do? I should win. I
He's
should
like,
go
all right.
win.
He's like, here's the game plan. If the Achilles stays on the bone, I will try and win. If it starts, malfunctioning, starts tearing,
Second.
second would be fine. He's like, but regardless, podium.
No sunglasses in the women's field. Just
Yeah, no, I mean,
Dom.
Dom Scott's the only one
All right.
wearing sunglasses.
I think if there was betting, we'd give her more odds because the sunglasses.
Yeah.
All right, must be getting toasty out there. If anyone's on the course wants to give us a real-time weather report, let us know.
So, okay.
Oh, okay.
All right. You've got Evans, Chabet,
Katoot.
Katoot, I want to say is
Albert
that
Career. Oh,
John Career,
and
then Albert Career.
Where the heck is Gabriel Gay?
And where's Zuhair Talby?
So coming through 20K, that split, we should have now, it's a minute 39 back from Lemma to Chabet.
Okay, so it's still the same. No, it's growing a little bit.
It grew.
Grew by 20 seconds. Cissé Lemma hits the halfway point now in 1 hour, 19 seconds.
Double it. Calculate. Eric, get the calculator.
There you go.
Double
it, somebody.
So he's not going to break two?
Cissé
Yeah.
through the half, one flat, 19.
Woo.
Eric's currently working on what that
I'm crunching
what the
numbers over
expected
here.
time
Yeah.
is for the full, but
That's a hard way to run this race. I just still can't believe the record is pre-super shoes. Like, that's pretty surprising to me for Boston.
Yeah.
All right, we're about to get to the finish of the women's wheelchair race. Rainbow Cooper from Great Britain has been leading this entire time.
Uh,
I think as soon as the chair finishes, too, we'll have a split screen, in theory.
I'm trying to find what Jeffrey Mutai came through the half in. When
On his
he...
Wikipedia.
I'm on his Instagram.
Try to see what he's eating.
Okay, so when Jeffrey Mutai ran 2:03, he came through in 1:01:58.
1:01:58.
So significantly slower
Yeah.
than Cissé Lemma has come through.
Wait, what did he come through again? For the half?
Mutai was 1:01:58, and Cissé Lemma was
One flat 19.
Flat 19. So, I don't know. I think it seems like it's still... He's either the best runner of all time or Evans Chebet is coming for him.
According to an update from the Boston Marathon on Twitter, Cissé Lemma is 26 seconds faster than Kelvin Kiptoum at the same spot when he set the world record in Chicago last year.
Wow.
I mean, it's a crazy pace.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, true. It is. You know, like it's the first half downhill.
Yeah, the first 15 miles.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ooh, yeah. That's my favorite view. Looks like Rainbow Cooper is about to win. No record on the women's side. The record was 1:28:17 in 27. 1:28:2017 from 2017.
So, Albert Courier was, and Siberian Kotu, Evans Chebet, they were 62:08. There's actually a pack of 5 of them together. So they were 62:08 through the half. Again, when the fastest guy to ever run this course did it, he did it in a big negative split. Like, you can run fast the second half of this. They're not far off that.
I mean, you really have Heartbreak, which the best people can absolutely hammer up, and then you have that like cruisy downhill to the finish. So if you can just survive the Newton Hills, you're in a good spot. But I mean, that's where we saw Kipchoge break down. So like, it is not for the faint of heart.
So we'll see. I mean, we got a pack of 5 working together. I'm interested to see if that gap starts to close at some point soon. Again, I'm taking the field right now.
Rainbow
It hasn't
Cooper
convinced me.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, the gap's growing, right?
The gap is growing, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the tailwind.
So at what point, what mile are you going to change and not choose the field?
If he has 90 seconds at like 19 miles,
Okay.
I'll flip.
Yeah.
I'll flip the script. On the women's side, it's kind of, I'd say at this point, impossible to get a read on who is feeling good or looks the best. There's still so many of them all together.
All right, Lemma in Valencia in December of this year ran 2:01:48.
Yeah. So
So
it's quick.
we're beating that, and Valencia is notoriously faster. All right, who's the brave one in this women's pack that's going to go? Looks great.
He is overpronating.
His quads are jacked.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with
There's
it.
nothing. He's overpronated.
I'm just. He is.
Yeah.
I think that's a good thing sometimes with the super shoes, though, because you get more roll. You get more spring
point.
action.
O'Connor Cabet,
Yeah.
halfway in 63.15. That's 2:06 pace. He can unlock a spot for Lenny Career if he holds that.
No, he can't.
No, oh, no. Because of
It's
Boston.
on Boston. He needs to get top 5.
13th place right now.
Tough.
Dang. Got excited there for a second.
Sorry.
One of my favorite parts about doing this is like when the two of you find some random fact from like a deep race you watched 10 years ago and you just bring it back up. Like your encyclopedia, more your memory and Chris's researching.
Chris
Chris
looks
knows
things up.
exactly where to find anything.
He knows how the Dewey Decimal System works. All right. Bates still there, leading up front. Helen is really
I'm
all
excited
over the place.
for Emma. She looks great. Sarah Hall, all smiles.
She is.
It's her birthday today.
Oh my gosh, she's buzzing.
It's like when we watched Dakota Lindworm and you're like, she's smiling. I'm like, no. Is it?
Pain.
Sarah Hall is raising money for this race for, I believe, micro loans and EVPN. She's about
Cisse
to
Lemma.
raise $50,000.
Am I reading this right? That was a 4:27 at mile 14 for Cisse Lemma.
You are reading that correct, but this is the same thing that said he had once run a 4:05 mile, so I'm not like I'm not gonna like live and die by these splits. But 4:27 would be quite quick.
The women's pack is enormous, and it is.
There's a couple women there in the middle that have no room to breathe, and if they wanted to get out, like
Yeah.
they are so close together.
It'd be stressful in there. Yeah, our pro women's splits that we had was a 8:17 mile at mile 10, so I think I'm not going to trust these guys.
Emma's smiling and pointed, gave a little wave to someone on the side.
Might be Steve, her boyfriend.
Might be.
Maybe. It could be.
That's the
Could be.
thing. It really could be. We don't know. We do not know.
Could be so many people.
Well, we're on commercial. How's the weekend been? We've been having the best time with Hoka all weekend.
Yeah, it's been great. I mean, we had a really successful group run on Friday, preview show. But I think something that we did for the first time yesterday was tell us your Boston story, in which is just people come through 5 minutes, tell us everything about it. I think that first off, like Chris showed incredible endurance, 2+ hours.
That was my
nonstop.
marathon.
I kept asking, Chris, you good? And he's like, nope, I'm staying on.
That was my Boston.
We could have done that for 6 hours. Like a lot of people lining up wanting to share.
I think the
why
coolest part
race
is
was so
people
important
wanted to come on.
I think I want to do that at every major
Yeah,
marathon.
no,
now.
I think that is a really good idea, good concept.
What was the craziest thing? I mean, there's a couple insane stories to me. The two that stick out the most was our new friend who started running last year, and he's in they're in the non-binary division and is running 10 marathons this year. Dropped over 60 pounds, and that
So
was
many
now
marathons.
just absolutely cruising. And then also a woman who wakes up at 3:45 to run every single morning so that she can be there when her kids wake up.
What time do you go to bed if you wake up at
8:30,
3:45?
Yeah, she says a 6 hours of sleep kind of night. I would personally be incapacitated doing that,
Yeah.
but that's some mom strength.
All right, so as we have this commercial,
The women should be coming up on 20K soon.
all right, so this is why when we said the 4:27, it's like, I don't know, because Cisse Lemma's 15-mile split was 4:54.
The mile
So,
markers are off, or
look, like-
whoever's feeding these things.
Which one's that one?
I'm on the Spanish feed, and I see something different.
All right, keep going. What was your train of thought? The mile splits are off?
Oh, I do have the Spanish. Okay, I see what Mac is seeing. Because there is a big pack still of the women, but the men, there is 6 of them together.
Let's quickly just unpack here, just like the American the Americans at halfway. Laconica Bet split 103.15. CJ Albertson 103.52. So he's also on pace for a 207.44. Would be great for CJ to get under
That'd be huge.
210 here in Boston. Then I'm kind of thrown off by Matt McDonald being a little bit further back, but then also you got a 3-week-old newborn in the house.
I think Matt McDonald also trains
on
this course so often that I'm sure he's not breaking from his race plan.
Well, the race has just gone out so much faster on the men's side than anyone probably would have anticipated.
Yeah. No one else has hit the halfway point right now. Like, I feel like I've been staring at CCLM's half marathon split for.
No, they did.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
So I asked CITIUS Man contributor Scott Fauble what he thinks is going to happen with CCLM. I said, because he texted us in our group chat that we got going. He says there's going to be a lot of carnage in the men's race. The women's race is going to be fireworks. I'd expect a big move from the women at 15. And I asked him, when does Cisse blow up? Give us a prediction. He says, I think he starts slowing down on Hill 1, and I think that they'll get him at Heartbreak. So I trust Scott's read on this.
The question is, do we want Cisse to hold on?
No.
Or is it more,
I mean, I think it's more exciting if they catch him at some point. Like, if he just started falling apart and blowing up right now, that would be good. A good thing. That'd be a great thing to watch.
All right, 25K split for the men. Cisse still rolling, currently on 2:01.04 pace. So if anything, slowed a couple seconds, but
would surpass.
We're interested to see what this gap is, because at the halfway, his gap was 1 minute 49 seconds. If that has grown, the odds start to swing a little.
On the American women's side, as they hit, we're going to get a 20K split soon, but from the looks of it, you can start to see Des Linden in the background closing the gap on them. So, again, just like Des is one of the smartest racers when it comes to Boston.
Dom Scott starting to fall off that women's pack just a bit.
All right, Cisse Lema, 25K split. Still have yet to receive any split from the people behind him.
So, I mean, as we have this pack of men behind Lema, at some point here, you need someone to actually say, I'm going to be the one to lead us. It seems like they're all waiting for someone else. They're looking.
It looked like Chavez was going to do that for a little bit.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about Cyprian Coutu, who's in that pack.
He's in there. He was most recently, he was second at Amsterdam. He's run 2:04 there. So, it's good. It's good. Won Hamburg, hasn't won a major before. I think he's just a guy who's like consistently run 2:04 to 2:06. And Cisse Lema's gap is now 2:20.
Wow.
So it has grown significantly. And that's kind of what I say. Like, this chase pack needs to, at some point, one of these guys have to commit, or they have to start working together. Because as each mile passes, the possibility of Lema actually holding on grows.
I mean, 2:20 is a huge gap.
If you're Lema, it's almost like chill for a little. Like, regroup. Like, don't take any... I'm not saying, like, shut it down, but I don't think you have to press for a few miles. Just, like, find that rhythm, make them start coming to you. It's kind of... The way that he would lose right now is if he falls apart. So just don't fall apart.
I mean, 2:20. I mean, clearly feels. I mean, it's in some insane shape. But almost a 2.5 minute gap. Like, he's got some breathing room right there.
Seriously, yeah. So if he's been running 4:40 pace, it's like run a few 4:45s, 4:50s.
Yeah, you can afford to run a few 4:50s.
You just don't want to.
You don't want to run
fives.
yeah. Don't you dare go to 5-minute pace.
But again, I'm still waiting for that like 18, 19 mile point where Chabet has opened it up in the past. See if he makes a similar move. depending on, of course, of whether or not his Achilles is attached.
Yes. If it's attached, I think he should start running harder.
He should.
Here's the bottle station. I wonder how it's going out there.
It looks like it's just like an extra nutrition station.
I think Lemma looks tired. I think this is the first shot we've seen of him, and
they're moving.
Evans is making a big move, and
they're moving.
Bringing Kutut with him. Career and
one of those guys look brutal.
Just always looks like that.
That's Albert's thing, guys.
Whatever.
That's why we love
brutal.
Him. Yeah.
Oh wow, Emma Bates is having a lot of fun out there. I wonder if she was waving to her boyfriend.
That was a different. They're in Wellesley. She's waving to the girls. This one's for the girls.
I was gonna say that was a different wave.
That was
a double hand.
Yeah. That was a double hand wave. That's not.
This is the Scream Tunnel. All right, you're over an hour in a marathon. When does it really start hurting for these guys? I mean, like the pace is consistent or in a huge pack. I think an hour and a half, 90 minutes.
I think that's like kind of the point where the fueling comes into play. It's like, did I do what I needed to do in the first 15K of the race to not feel completely depleted?
All right, the women.
Tom Scott falling off the back, and it looks like Dez is kind of bridging this gap a little bit. Lost her partner, Jenny Simpson.
Well, they're getting creative with a little moving graphic here. They got the right keyframe.
She's a sim. Yeah. I want it for all of them.
Love seeing Dez just running these tangents. Closing this gap. Look at that. She's clawing her way back into it.
I'm sure Dez is running the same pace every single mile. No variation.
Isn't it interesting? Because I feel like the women look like they're jogging, but they're still on 2:23 pace.
Yeah, it's not as slow as you would think.
How many people do you estimate that is?
100.
It's impossible to know.
I think it's like 21. I think the thing, though, when you're running a consistent pace in a pack, like you feel pretty good. Like,
yeah.
You know, it's just bringing them back to their training groups.
They were doing.
That was weird.
That was really cool.
It's the reason why we have Patriots Day. Helen Stride, just amazing.
Evans has always got this little head bob going, but it seems to be going a little bit more bobbly than normal.
How do you think Sharon's looking? It's hard for me to tell with Sharon as well.
Sharon looks good.
Yeah, I think she looks good. I think she always looks pretty good.
Look, we had a race just like this in New York.
All right, 20K split. They're 108.42, so that's 543s that they're clicking off right now. Estimated finish 224.56.
Okay, so they have slowed it down.
I think Sisse still looks pretty. I mean, he looks good still. Because we are saying, oh no, he's hurting. I don't really see it anymore.
He's back.
I kind of feel like he should be hurting at this point. You know, he's got 40 minutes left, 40-ish minutes left of racing. 42, 43, whatever.
At what point does he drop his hands?
I don't think he's going to ever. I think if you were to drop, I think you should have already dropped him if you were going to.
If he just drops his hands, he'll probably feel really good.
I bet he'd feel fantastic.
He's going all leg right now.
Yeah.
I love this view of the women from the side. You can really kind of see a little bit better how much space they have because that front on looks really stressful.
All right, Helen is now.
Oh, wow.
High fives from Emma. Look at that.
That's a power move.
Jeez.
Honestly, if I'm Emma, though, like,
feeling good.
Chicago, you step out. I keep saying this. Chicago, you step out. You don't get to do the marathon trials. She's like refinding her love for the sport. She's like, why am I here? Why am I doing this? I'm such a vet. Like, I'm going to have fun with it. I absolutely love it.
Oh, yeah. I like to see that.
She actually doesn't like running. She just likes high fives. And there's no better way to get high fives.
But, I mean, Emma shares a lot on social media.
Yeah.
Like, you get the recaps. You get all
this
the details.
This is going to make for a great recap.
That's going to be a sick recap.
That's at least 3 posts right there.
She's like, God, it feels so good high-fiving.
Just when it hits your hand.
Oh my God, that feeling of a good high five.
We're gonna have to wait for part 17, I think, of this.
We can
recap.
tease Emma, but she really brings people in to
I
the
love
charity.
it. Yeah.
This is a chaotic water stop.
Helen's got her bottle though.
Helen's like, this is my nightmare.
I mean, the way people were
Like,
just
I'm not even gonna
surging
try
between
with this
you.
one.
Spanish Feet's replaying the men's mile from 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a pretty chaotic water station.
It's a lot of tables. 14 tables. Oh, Dom Scott falling back. Hopefully she can stay on. Emma and Sarah Hall switching to the back of this pack.
All right, so once again, we're not going to trust the splits entirely, but mile 17 for Lemma was 5:02. Eyeball test, that's
No.
not 5:02 pace.
No.
So I'm not trusting it.
Is this a move from the women?
I think it was just water.
Well, because Emma was been in the front the whole race. Now she's kind of going to the back of that pack.
She got her high fives.
She got her high fives. She's like, all right, I'm done.
Might be a while. I
Yeah.
mean, from Wellesley to the next fun part of the race.
She's like, just hang in there until the next high five station.
A high five station would be really fun.
The power up.
It's like I took in no water, but I was getting in a lot of high fives.
Well, when you run on the course and you see those signs that's like, hit here for like a power up.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Friend of CITIUS who came on, Laura Green, put something really funny up on her story. Where she said Jenny Simpson asked her to make a realistic sign, and her sign just says, "It's only gonna get worse from here."
Half marathon splits for the women are up. Emma Bates split 1:12:33. Everyone is with her at this point. That's 5:38 per mile. Estimated finish 2:25:06.
Who's gonna go?
What's Emma's PR? 2:22.
2:22 on this course.
Yeah, from last year.
2:23 on a certified course in Eugene. at the
Okay.
Worlds.
So just, I guess, to call out some of the other names that are in that pack, Kiwat, Geber Mariam, Eric had high hopes for her. She's still there. One of my dark horse picks was Sirnesh Yurga. She's still in it.
I didn't realize
Teferi still there.
Fatima Gordati is in this one. I didn't realize we didn't talk about her at all during the preview. She was like, I think, a bronze medalist at the World Championships last year. Men's 18th mile should be popping up right now.
Who's the lead American man? Is it CJ? Is it Elkanah still?
Elkanah. But CJ's right there as well.
Is Seguru still with those guys?
We need a Seguru call.
Yes, yeah.
They're on CJ and Elkanah right now are at 2:07 pace, 2:07:57 projected finish.
So
Here you go.
Fatima Ghardardi, since coming in third at Worlds, she ran one race in China in January. She ran 2:24 there.
Uh-huh.
So I
This is
think
in
one
her
of the-
wheelhouse.
Look, I think honestly, it's a good point that we definitely overlooked her, and one of the reasons why we overlooked her is because all of the races she runs are like 2:24, 2:25,
Yeah.
but 2:25 in Budapest
Was
on a hot day,
worth like a 2:22.
and given the rising temperatures here,
Might be someone to watch.
the Moroccan has established herself as a good warm weather runner. We got to pay better attention, Chris. Thanks for holding us accountable.
You can
Passing through mile 18 on
always
the
count
men's
on me.
side.
Did David Melly forget to mention Sharon in his preview?
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did, but we're going to hold him accountable.
What's the David Millie split? We were
yeah,
doing a
let's-
Chris
get
split
an update
during
on
the New York
David
Marathon.
We're
Melly.
not like Boeing. We're not afraid to call out mistakes that we're making
you're
because
not
we're scared of authority.
Yeah, you're not going to kill David
There
Melly.
is. There's no HR department.
David has been clicking off 540s. He's projected for a 2:27 finish right now, which is off of his PR, but like he was like on the fence. Almost had Hagelin's surgery or something like that? Like
I feel like I've
Something like
something
that.
with his heel was really
as long as
bugging
I've
him.
known David,
But
he's
avoided
had an
surgery.
Achilles issue, so
Yeah.
that checks out.
Man,
Going
Dez
with
is,
the Evans Chibet
Yeah,
approach.
he's like, if
It's attached.
I'm gonna try to win.
Gonna try.
Guys, Dez is so
Dez
sneaky.
is clawing her way back into this.
Dez looks amazing. Wearing the sunglasses. That's just experience. Tangents and sunglasses.
Yep.
I feel like Dez has so many things to do the few days leading into the race as well,
It's kind of exhausting. Yeah.
right? Like being pulled in many different directions. It's about coming out and racing, and she still does that.
I've thought about this a lot, but I kind of feel like Dez is so low key throughout the whole year at home, like chill lifestyle, doesn't really have a training group. It's like you're filling your cup up for the whole year. You come out twice, and you're like, okay, cool. Got
Your
my
social battery is
socializing.
very charged up, and so you got a lot of coins.
If Dez reattaches to this,
Do we start to think,
surprise, bitches! Yes, who's back? Dun-dun, 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 dun-dun.
she's a shark in the water right now?
I wish we had someone live clipping.
I think there might be someone clipping that.
It's me.
Hi, I'm the problem.
What does Evan say to Lemma when he finally gets there?
Probably something similar.
Nice try, buddy.
Yeah. Not today. My Achilles are on the bone.
On bone. Oh,
What's the gap? Is it opened up still the same? 2.5 minutes?
Folks, Des Linden has reattached herself to the women's lead pack.
Make the graphic.
they don't even know she's there. No one's looking back. No one knows. That's so sneaky. Shh. Shh. And Emma and Sarah Hall somehow scoot their way back to the front.
Yeah, Emma really likes being in the front.
All right, we have a Cisse Lemma 30K split. He's the only one who's come through so far. Current projected pace, 2:02.16. No, because at 25K, he was projected 2:02. Oh, wait. Maybe that didn't update.
Yeah, I think my internet just dropped a little bit.
He did. All right, so he slowed down a little bit, but we got to wait to see what that gap was. It was 2 minutes, 20 seconds.
Did our feed crash?
I think it's just...
Oh, my laptop just... The Wi-Fi gave out.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 20 women about.
No one will know.
I love this for Des.
I want to see a Des Sarah Hall, Emma Bates,
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3 leading, even just for a moment.
I feel like that's against Dez's game plan of being a secret assassin back there.
I feel like Des is just going to run the pace, and if they slow, she's going to run right through them and keep it going.
Oh, Kyle might happen.
Little spoiler from Mac. Yeah, I mean, if you're Des, you've gotten this far by running your pace. Honestly, maybe you hope that they sleep on you. Like, you make a move, they don't respect it enough, and Des has taken the lead.
Wow.
Boom. While we're talking to
No one knows it more.
Marilee Bevins, the 1977 runner-up, Des has taken the lead.
At mile 15.
Did you have that on your
Wow.
bingo card?
250 the gap for
Did
Lemma.
Des make the preview?
Oh.
It's done.
It's done. I don't now.
No, it's done.
Shut it down.
Shut it down.
Cisse Lemma, he's past 19 miles. His lead is 2 minutes, 48 seconds.
Wow. When you know, you know.
is Cissé Lemma, if he holds on here for the next 7 miles, the Olympic favorite?
So Des Linden.
Or are you going with Kipchoge? Or are you going with Benson Kipruto?
I think Benson Kipruto. Or Cam Levins.
If Cissé Lemma goes 2:01 in Valencia and then comes out and dominates Boston running 2:02,
I don't know if you can. Do you put Kipchoge on it anymore?
No, I think Kipchoge is a safe bet to make this team.
oh, to make the team.
Well, yeah,
But to
yeah.
Kipchoge's like, all right, first round pick, I pick me.
Yeah. Easy pick.
Easy
I guess
pick.
if you're defending champ, you get to go.
Yeah, I guess so.
This isn't going to be enough for anyone from Kenya to. I don't think a second place finish here, even with Evans, if you lose by 3 minutes, that might not be enough.
All right, so we can't even see Des in our split screen view. Oh, how far back is her?
She's no longer leading.
Okay, so she was leading for a moment,
She
looked
just-
around, looked back, and said, no thanks.
She probably just took the tangent and found herself in the lead when no one else took the tangent.
But that was kind of a, hey, guys, I'm here moment.
For sure.
Yeah.
You forgot about me.
Right in the front right now is Mary Ngugi Cooper. She has been a regular at the Boston Marathon in the past. She
A regular in our Instagram comments.
Yeah. She
Love that.
What's he commenting?
Oh no, I think this is it. Wait, so there's something
this might
going
be a
on over
replay?
there on the right side. Emma Bates and Mary just got into it. They're trying to clear some space. Mary oversees the Nala Track Club, which is like a group in Kenya. I think she was one of those people who really was motivated to make some change in Kenya after the death of Agnes Tirop, and so she's trying to inspire some young girls, give them some good mentorship and opportunity, and so it's cool to see her up in the front. She's been third, I think, here before.
2 podium finishes in the last couple years.
All right, Scott Fauble texted back and he said he was wrong. I don't think it's done.
It's done.
Over.
I'm really confused by what we just watched.
I know they kept replaying.
Was that like a
something
replay
there.
of Dez's one moment and now we're back?
Yeah, I think so.
CJ is now the top American, projected for 2:08.36. So in that pack behind Cissé Lemma, you've got Kotut, Chebet, the Couriers, Essa, and Talby. So there's 6 of them there together. All right. Who's going to make this move on the women's side? Someone's got to do it
Okay.
at some point here.
I think it's Helen. She's just waiting.
But that's why someone else has to make the move, is because Helen's content to wait. She knows that she can run the fastest last 2 miles.
I think it'll be a group of 4. 3 or 4. They're going to
But
go.
like they haven't hit the major hills yet, right?
No.
Yeah. So I mean that's where I think like drama can unfold. We've seen Edna Kiplagat be the one to really break the field on those hills. Last year it was like a pack of like 6 or 7 that went all the way to Cleveland Circle, which is later on in the race, and then Helen was the one to make the push.
Sharon's just looking around too. Oh, maybe just trying to get water, but
The top seed, Tadu Tashomi, I don't think is in there. I don't know if we've ever called that out. I don't know what happened to her.
Yeah, where is she?
We've lost her. But I'm just looking in the tracking, and she's not in the top 20.
oh, there's a really nice segment going on remembering Kelvin Kittum. I'm gonna cry.
Zuhair's leading the chase back.
Yep, Zuhair is leading it. But again, like there's so clearly not a decisive move to try to get Lemma.
How's everyone doing in the chat?
I think they think they're okay.
They're good. You guys good?
They're wondering where Gabriel Gay is, which is the same thing
We're all wondering.
that Eric is wondering.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone brought up the fact Evan Chabet just blitzed the last 10K in the past, but just like doing that today, not enough.
Need to be a hell of a blitz.
Yeah, they want an update on the mile 2 guy.
Let's see. Let's check him out. We're going to find this guy.
Yeah.
Oh, he's closing in on Cisse Lema. All right. He is doing all right. He's doing all right.
What's
He's
he
currently
projected
projected for a 208.
Oh, wow. We won't say his name yet. If he goes under if he goes under 209,
Yeah, then Chris
then
has
we will say his name at the finish line.
He's on 208 pace.
Guys, I think we got.
214 guy.
We just got a send in from the youngest CITIUS fan yet, Jenny Grimshaw's.
Oh,
new
nice.
babies
Watching
the feed.
That's cool. We got
our youngest fans.
family-friendly
ever.
like a 1 week old or 2 week old. That's
Like
wild.
six
Start him young.
days.
You can't start him any younger than that.
Start your track fans young. Send us your pictures of your watch party. We'd love to see it.
Oh, yeah.
What's your setup look like? Are you an accountant doing everyone's taxes on the last day with us? We know you're out there, but tag us at CITIUS Mag. We want to see what your watch day setup looks like.
Yeah, tag us on Instagram stories. We'll repost that. And for the 1,000+ people who are watching right now, be sure to subscribe to the CITIUS Mag YouTube channel. We're going to be doing all these during the major marathons in the States. So, we'll be back in the fall for Chicago and New York. We've got plans for the Paris Olympics coming up. Lots of shows during that and the Olympic trials. So stay tuned for all the good stuff by subscribing to the CITIUS Mag YouTube channel.
And we're the Skyward X from Hoka.
Ooh, so I ran in these guys this morning.
Yeah, what'd you think?
I really liked it. I honestly was like, don't feel that good. It's kind of early. And I looked down, 7:05 pace.
Wow.
And you're like, that's when your super shoe is good. When you take it out for an easy spin and it feels really good.
Cisse's tired.
Yeah.
Dude, he's tired.
Yeah. And this is Heartbreak, right?
He's very tired.
Is he on Heartbreak?
He's not on Heartbreak right now.
What hill is
Dude,
this?
that can quickly turn into a walk. That is eyeball test. That's 525.
God, it'd be awesome if he started
Okay,
walking.
I think for the next ad, we should see Mac's little course.
Oh, my gosh.
See the hills.
He does not look good anymore, right? Am I seeing the same thing?
He's definitely slowed down a lot.
Can we get
That's just an uphill, though.
check Chabet's
Oh, yeah.
Achilles.
Oh, now he's got a little downhill action going.
He's not doing much on the downhill, guys.
Yeah. He's got to lower the arms.
He's got go to the arms.
Yeah.
Oh, he is.
In trouble.
He's like, I shouldn't have tried to go sub 2.
Why was I trying to go? I knew there was a little tailwind.
I mean, he's past mile 20.
Well, he's coming down from the last hill before Heartbreak. So let's see how he does on Heartbreak.
All right, so a split for him was 508.
Oh.
Oof.
They're
Now,
going-
I'm going to say that could really be
I don't
a
trust
508.
any of these splits.
I don't trust
No,
anything at all.
Yeah. The government?
I don't trust anybody. I don't trust the government. I don't trust any of y'all.
Someone tell Zuhair what's going on.
Yeah, if we've got friends who are in the Heartbreak Hill area right now, pulling this up on their iPhones,
Someone.
please give Zuhair Talbi a shout and tell him that Cisse Lema is fading. All right, now he's climbing up Heartbreak Hill.
Split for 21 was a 527 mile. There's no way.
You picking that up a little bit?
His estimated finish is 2:03.54.
We have a 21-mile split for him.
It's not 527. There's no way. Yeah?
That's the
You
pace
think?
he's going at.
Not going hard.
Oh, wow.
So
The split progression.
mile 21 was 528. Yeah, they're going to come.
Yeah.
If he's running 530 pace and they're running 5 flat pace, that
This looks
2.5
painful.
minutes.
That's gone.
It's gone.
Where's our camera view of them? How are they looking? Does the alternative feed have an extra camera? We just passed mile 21.
Evans and Albert Carrier seem to be having a conversation.
Wow, women's pack is still huge.
And then is that John Courier behind Albert? Yep. I don't know what happened to Kotu. That's not him. That's a new guy. We got a new guy with them.
It's a lonely way around. Okay, here we go. If you look at the bottom of the screen, you can see that hill marker. So 21 is like the last, like you're now starting your, after heartbreak, you're like your net downhill.
Wow.
Which may help the others chasing more than him. Like, if you don't feel good, it's not like you can really open up on a downhill.
Yeah.
But if you do feel good, you can really close ground.
Okay, now he's descending.
I mean, they're not even in the frame. He gave himself a great cushion.
What's that?
2:30.
2:30 behind.
John Creer, Alba Creer.
So they've closed in from mile 20 to mile 21. That gap lost 20 seconds.
This could be good.
20 seconds. Okay.
20 to 21, they closed 20 seconds on them.
All right, the women's race, we're at 25K.
And that's Mohamed Essa, who's also with them in the pack.
Who's going to go and win for the women?
So Mohamed Essa was in that race in Valencia that Cissé Lema won. He was 8th. Get some redemption. He was 2nd in Tokyo in 2023.
I really love when the Boston Marathon, you get a huge pack, and then a heartbreak, someone just decides to absolutely hammer. That's like my favorite Boston race breakdown.
John Courier looks like he's getting a little bit impatient. Former LA Marathon champion. He's going to take some tangents. I would say Cissé actually looks a little bit better now than he did previously. There was a period there where I thought he was just going to walk off the course.
He looks.
He's come back to life.
Yeah, his cadence looks a
lot
bit better. Yeah.
Hills. Get ya. Every time.
Mary Noguchi is really trying to open this up, see if anyone wants to go with her. Helen is in 2nd. Just happy to match whatever is put out there. Essa trying to grab water.
There's 18 women
you
in
missed
that.
The first
19
two.
Women in that women's pack. Oh, we're broken up a little bit. Is that Emma Bates kind of?
Yeah,
Emma's falling. It looks like she's falling off the.
It was that Sarah as well who had fallen off.
Yeah, it doesn't look like Sarah.
Emma and Sarah had both fallen off.
Yeah.
I think a pace injection must have just come here.
Yeah, Emma's off a little bit. Sarah's a bit behind her.
Dez isn't with them either, right?
No Des.
Lemma getting a little saving grace with the bottle. Maybe this injection of nutrition will help. He does look a little better.
He does.
Who is? Oh.
I would not lead because someone tells me to lead.
trying
Mile
to get
22
classic
for
Chelimo move.
Lemma was 5:02, so we did bounce back from that rough 5:28. All right. Still Mary Noguchi leading up front. They're so on top of each other.
They're antsy.
Why? Yeah, saying
take the lead.
It's like
Take
you
the
go.
lead, take
You're
the
telling me
lead.
to go.
Yeah.
You get to go.
I'm like, sorry, I'm not really trying to talk right now.
I'm super busy. I just I
Yeah.
have this thing going on.
If you wouldn't mind just kind of looking ahead and running your race.
I would like to talk to someone about like the etiquette of when you're leading and not leading in this type of race. Like it's not as if someone's been doing totally all the work. I mean, Emma was for a while. It seemed like she wanted to.
Well,
Emma's reattaching.
I remember how pissed Meb was at Rupp for just like clipping his heels during the 2016.
Well, that's
marathon
annoying
trials.
if you're getting your heels clipped.
I mean, yeah, it's a lot. That's a big, huge difference in this situation where it's.
Sharon is pointing at someone saying, "You go up here."
Is this where you need that bad lip reader? Come on and just make up what they're saying.
That'd be good.
Helen, big surge to grab a cup of water.
It's getting toasty
Just
out
to throw
there.
it on herself. She didn't need a sip. Sharon just pulled wide to the left. What is going on? Edna just did the same.
Tangents?
Oh,
I'm hoping tangent.
It's a high five
water?
station.
Oh, wow. That was aggressive.
Oh, water.
It was just water on the other side, but the way they turned was so...
This is what I've noticed. I think Sharon's reached for the normal water cups on the side of the road a couple times now that I've... is she having trouble with the bottles?
As someone who's gotten heat stroke, the number one way to not get it is to pour water on yourself during these races. There's not
smart.
a lot you can do to keep your core temperature down other than pour water all over yourself.
It's 63 degrees out there now.
Can you go for Cisse Lema's 30K
Gap's
to
closing.
35K? Is it really actually 16 minutes? No.
The gap has closed. So at mile 20, the gap was... This is between Lema and the chase pack. At mile 20, it was 2 minutes 49 seconds. Then it was a mile later, 2 minutes 29 seconds. And now 3/4 of a mile later, 21.7, that 2:29 is down to 2 minutes and 13 seconds. He has to hold on for 7K.
Whew.
Yeah, I think it's just they're running out of time.
They're running out of time. They got to make the move if they're going to try. I just wonder if they know. Like how much he's hurting, and like that the gap is closing.
I mean, what would you say, though? Like, it's 2 minutes ahead. That's not going to...
He's hurting. Oh.
Like, me too.
Yeah.
I'm also hurting.
Yeah, I don't feel great myself.
Oh, man. Cisse Lema is hurting. He's like, how much longer do I have left in this?
His face is definitely a lot more relaxed than he was going up that hill, though. He was completely grimacing going up.
He did drop the arms a little.
False.
They're up there, as high as they can
They're
go.
high. They're smacking him in the face.
On the top American side of things, CJ Albertson hits 35K in 1:47.21. Projected finish of 2:09.24. Come on, CJ. Hold on for that sub 2:10 here.
What's his PR, CJ's?
It's
209.
2:09, yeah.
What's the 2 mile guy
At
at?
Boston, he's run 209.
Check on our 2 mile guy.
Yeah.
2 mile guy.
Wow.
Oh, this charity has really taken over this whole entire corral. Wow.
I know. What is that charity?
I mean, think about it. It's almost 11:30 and people are starting the race now. It is going to be toasty for them.
I think it's Dana Farber. One of the craziest things about the Boston Marathon charity, you have to raise like $10,000.
Our early
Those are
leader,
Good cause.
209.56 pace.
He's done.
Whoa.
Chris isn't saying that name.
Are we gonna say his name?
No. No.
He
Not
who
until
shall
he gets
not
to-
be named.
He's on what, 209 pace? Buddy,
All right, look at Lemma. Lemma's like looking around.
asking.
And like, are they close?
We just got his split for 23 miles.
23.507 for him.
That if
We got to
he-
wait till the other guys cross the same
All
mark
right.
to get the differential.
That's
You can see them in the frame, barely.
Yeah, you can.
A little shadow.
If we're looking at the shoes, he's wearing the $500 pair of shoes.
Are those legal, that one?
Yeah.
I think he definitely
Would've ran
recovered.
faster in
He's
the
loving the downhill.
LLS
Yeah.
one.
All right, Emma Bates has reattached. We like this.
Yeah, literally everyone is still in it on the women's side.
Can't forget about Edna either.
Edna just stalking people. Gardati all the way on the far right, just chilling.
What kid is that?
I just Sarah Hall.
Oh,
Just
Guardotti's slapping her legs.
Oh, really?
Ooh.
She gave it a little
Waking him up.
little spank. I'm like I don't know, like it was a glute. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not gonna
Something's
say.
on the sleeve. You got to wake it up.
Helen's looking around a lot. Now we can tell with her little sim mark on top of her head.
I mean, Guardotti looks like she's got a little limp now. Something's
up.
Something's a little off.
Emma Bates just cruising. They're running so wide right now.
I think you kind of want to tuck in a little arrow drift.
Yeah.
Okay, 144.38 is the differential. We've cut down
they're
under 2
cutting
minutes.
What was it?
144.
Oh, and he's reaching for water.
Oh man.
That's still a lot of time.
144 with
I mean, he's at 150.
5K to go.
He's gonna hold. I think he's gonna hold on.
But they're gonna like be coming.
I'd
Yeah.
be pretty sad for him if he didn't win at this point.
It's a Zach Panning situation.
It'd be pretty sick if they caught him though.
It would be really
I
exciting
think
if
it'd
they
be
caught
better
him.
watching, but personally, I'd be sad for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After doing that all alone.
That's $150,000,
Yeah.
isn't it? Right? Or is for the winner here?
We're cutting down.
All right, what we got going on in
Here's
like,
the interesting thing, though. I think we had to call out Evans, Chavez, John Career. Their pace for that last mile was 4:46.
Okay.
And 5:09 for Cisse Lemma.
Oh, wow.
So if they're keeping on this 4:40,
Do the math. 14, 23
I mean, that's how
times
we're
3.
getting our times down, right?
So they're 69 seconds.
It's not quite enough.
It's not enough.
They're gonna have to start if they drop
Missing
4:30s.
35 seconds.
That's too much. Too much, right?
They
Right?
need about another.
Right?
Yes, right.
Is
If
it?
it was 10K to go, they could do it, but with 5K, it's tough.
This is where you have. I wish the announcers were like more like WWE. By God, is that Evans Chabet's music?
Ooh, I got a race report. At mile 17, the athletes are looking very warm.
Oh.
Oh.
Like.
Oh, all right.
Emma
Here-
Bates
Emma
is
Bates is a tangent queen right
Tangent have brought her into first. She was the only one to take it. Up, Sarah Hall took it.
I mean, that
she was-
seems like a really obvious tangent. Like they're like, no, we gotta follow the road. Don't go over the double yellow line.
like, yeah, can you do that?
They're like, that's not how you're supposed to be driving.
Evan Chabet and John Courier on screen now. They keep doing a little look behind. It's like,
Look ahead.
look ahead. Look ahead.
Don't look at your watch. Look ahead.
I got it. It's bleeping toasty out here. It's hot on the course.
For the women?
I mean, Evans just got to put your head down and go.
Women's 30K split. Emma Bates in the lead, 143.27. She has a 2-second gap on the field of 18 women right behind her.
I think Lemma just looks a little too okay.
It's a little early for Emma to go at 20.
These guys are on top of each other.
Yeah.
You have room.
All right, that top women's pack still has all the big guns in it.
All right, we got a Cisse Lemma split, 5:01 last mile. So we're cutting back down a little bit.
Yeah, they're not getting them. Not in 1.5 miles.
No.
Man,
Is he still on course? Is he on course record pace?
yes. Right? Course record is
No,
No, you're
204.57. Oof.
What is Sharon doing?
Sharon's cutting across.
Absolute chaos. The
Oh,
bottles.
Helen's got her bottle. We're good. We're good, guys.
Helen bottle check. Oh. We're missing
Oh my
one.
God.
Oh.
Wow.
insane.
Dude, I think she's the most reckless of all the marathoners up there. She was the one who was arguing about the lead. Look at this. Look at this. Whoa.
I think they're forgetting where their bottles are.
I mean, at this point in the race, your brain is mush. Helen got her bottle.
There's got to be a different way to do bottles.
The Amazon airdrop, just like
the Hunger
drones.
Games parachute down.
When they do the open water swimming in the Olympics and they're just doing basically a marathon in the water, they have fishing pole lines for food, and they go over the tops of them, and you're basically like, and grab it.
Just drop it in your mouth.
Well, you have to eat, so.
Cissy Lima's lead is down to 30? 130?
Plus 130. That is a 14-second drop shrinkage from mile 23. So we're in mile 24, 2.2 miles left. Just not that much.
Not enough real estate.
Not enough real estate.
You can't see them on the screen. No visual.
Did
Okay.
Cissy Lima compete at the Tokyo Olympics? I think he dropped out, right?
Sounds right.
Ethiopia has had just terrible luck at the Olympics and the marathon.
Yeah, DNF at the Olympics.
But then again, you could see the boys in the frame. There's Evans Chibet.
You see the boys?
You can see the boys.
He won the London Marathon in 21.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's showing that he can do it on the hills. All right, they're starting to pick it up. I feel like they're racing each other now, and that's what you got to do.
DNF to the Boston Marathon in 22.
There's about 16 women in that women's chase lead pack.
I mean, I remember the thing about 10 years ago for Meb's Boston win is just you could see the shadows of the guys trying to close the gap on him, and they were just getting closer and closer and closer with each final mile. I think we're going to be in for something similar here.
Look, it's not a good sign, though, if they're letting people cross the street between you. Oh, yeah, we got plenty of time. I mean, I think Lemma did the thing where you stop pushing hard. And it's like you go into survival mode, you dial in 5-minute pace. He clearly took a mile or two off there for a little bit to regroup.
I think it's just those hills took him, like it hurt.
If he would have tried to push through that, then it might have gone too far, but he dialed it back.
Do you think he had some on-course coaching there of,
A little
hey man, you
headset
had a
in here.
3-minute lead, you're good.
Yeah.
You can roll it in.
So if we're looking at it right now, Talby's in 8th. CJ's in 10th.
There we go. Is there a world in which CJ can find a few more places to
I think
unlock
so.
for Lenny?
Oh, no, not top 5. Well, let's check and see.
Yeah, how
Let's
close
see.
is it?
If
CJ's
CJ can get
out.
top 5.
No. Too big of a gap.
This is a cool drone view.
Honestly, it's not because it's too high.
I was mostly saying of the buildings, but maybe
You can't tell what they're doing down there.
you can see the Hoka CITIUS Cafe from there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you see that? Sometimes you wish a marathon was a little bit longer.
Not when you're watching.
Yeah, when you're
Not
watching.
when you're running.
You can see them
They're
on screen
coming.
though.
It's career. Oh, Chibet and career together. Oh, wow. It's multiple.
They've
guys
got a lot of guys.
at 40K.
Woo, 2K to go.
It's a lot closer than
The TV is making it out to be right now.
I don't. Yeah.
I think that's a lot.
No, as they
It's
pull
pretty
away, it's like
far.
that's not even close. Yeah. It's just this camera has really good zoom lens.
Yeah, Mac, what kind of camera is this? You think? Oh, it's a 121. Okay.
The 121 separation.
1.5 miles left.
Cut
81
another 9
seconds between them. Have they considered dropping a 425 mile? They need some on-course coaching.
I bet they've considered it. They were mulling it over.
They're like, better not.
Yeah, they're like, I don't really. 425, no.
I like that we're getting two completely different races here.
1 mile to go in the men's race.
One is just like we're gonna just string this out, hammer from the gun, and then the women, really anyone's game. We likely haven't even said the name of the individual who's gonna end up winning the women's race.
Yeah. Hey, who's Dita? That's up there. Dita?
You're Dita.
27, Ethiopia.
Oh, the Red Sox are playing right now. That's pretty cool. You can see the Fenway as the marathon happens. Just
does ESPN have rights to show the game?
Go Yankees.
Dira was third in Dubai. She ran 2:19. She also ran 2:19 in Berlin in 2023.
The thing about the 2023 Berlin Marathon is like a performance like that is just totally overlooked because of tickets to SAFI. Because marathon world record still hasn't been ratified for some reason.
CITIUS Cafe is quieted down because I think most of the people who aren't on this panel are trying to go see the finish right now.
Catch the finish. We're literally like a block away.
We should be able to start hearing some cheers soon, though.
Yeah.
Open the window.
I mean, Cisse Lemma really took a different strategy than the guy whose name we won't name, because he said, I'll make sure you guys talk about me for the next 20 miles. It's really like all him. He's completely dominated this race from the moment he took it off. It made the adjustments. Coming off a 2:01 in Valencia, backing it up with this major victory, heading to the Olympics. Obviously now a lock for the team.
Emma pouring some water on herself.
I think the conversation now is ahead of the Olympics. Is it Cisse Lemma? Is it Kipchoge? Is it Benson Kipruto?
Yeah. All right, so with this, Evans Chebet not on the Olympic team.
I don't
Second place doesn't get him on. He's right there.
Oh, he just put in a huge move. I don't know if this is going to be enough for him.
Oh man, like this camera's so deceiving.
Wait, but Cisse Lemma's Ethiopian. We're talking about
Yeah.
Okay.
We're
So
just
does
saying
this
like gold medal favorites now.
Oh, okay,
Evans
okay.
didn't lose to any Kenyan.
Yep.
He's proven that he's healthy.
Yep. He's checked the boxes, I think.
Yeah.
I think if the Athletics Kenya plays the politics game, then they'll just put Benson on the team and that's it. Which honestly bodes well for Evans Chebet. The redemption storyline for New York is going to be there. Last year he wasn't able to go and defend his title from 2022 because of that Achilles injury, and this time he wants his title back. So you can look forward to that if he goes back to New York. You can look forward to maybe an opportunity to run crazy fast if he just chooses to do a Berlin Marathon potentially.
Great shot of the women's field going up the hill, mile 20. You can really tell how substantial this is.
Yeah.
Maybe Chebet can get on. The time ended up they obviously slowed down a significant.
Yeah.
He came through in 60:19 for the first half.
It's a positive split kind of race.
Positive split for positive people. Right? That's the
Famous Alley Feller saying.
Like these
Alley.
splits you got here.
All right, so he's
5K
getting ready to make the turn. To right on Hereford, left on Boylston. Here he is making the right. Ooh,
and
hip action there.
That lead got cut down to 1:15.
Wow. If there would have been a 27th mile.
That's enough time for him to get his wreath.
Yeah.
They're going to do the whole interview, get the wreath, whatever. He'll be done at the finish line before the next people finish him in a minute.
They were trying with that drone.
Imagine if,
Yeah.
Cisse Lemma, completely dominant here in Boston today. Wasn't enough time for anyone to catch him.
Shake
This
those
looked
arms
hard.
out, bud. You deserve it.
He's like, yeah, I wouldn't mind this thing being over.
There's that
Final
left. It's it's good that it hurts. You want the winner to be hurting.
Yeah.
You don't want it to be easy.
You don't, I guess.
That would make like if you come in second and you're like that guy wasn't even tired and he beat me, that could hurt your feelings. But
What happened to
Mohamed Essa just absolutely.
Sandbagging.
Where'd that guy come from? Are we sure you're in the whole race?
This is the longest straightaway of Salema's life.
Like, please let it be over.
All right, Kyle, hit us with the final call.
I don't know if I could do it for a minute.
When you can see the finish line, get it going.
Yeah. Salema took this thing out early. 60-19 through the half. He came in saying Valencia is a real course. He was the fourth man under 202 there in December. They doubted his ability of whether or not he's going to be able to get it done on the hills, having only won on fast, flat courses before. But you know what he said? He said, I'll do it the hard way. With a 66-minute second half. I'm banking on Evans Chebet Achilles not being attached to the bone, and he's being rewarded handsomely for it with the victory at the 2024 Boston Marathon. Ethiopia, Salema, Boston today, Paris tomorrow.
Potentially.
Maybe. 2:06:16 on the clock.
Wow.
Get this guy a Gatorade.
Let him sit down.
Better yet, an Ollie Pop.
Oh, push-up?
Oh.
Oh, prayer.
Little Superman, get that back strength up.
How old is he?
Pretty old. Wow, Essa.
Dude, Essa saved way too much.
He looks great.
What are you doing?
doing?
33, says Salema. He's not that old.
I mean,
Essa.
it's 40 seconds. He's fine.
Wow.
He's that.
Kenyan?
Ethiopian.
Okay.
He's 23 years old. That's a 23-year-old finish right there. Leaving everything.
Wow, Mohamed Essa should have tried the whole time. Evans Chebet, hey, podium. He'll get invited
Essa
back.
was born in 2000. He DNF'd Chicago.
I just want to say that
Ran
right now,
205 in Valencia.
anything could be happening in the women's race.
Wait. Hold up.
Then
Mohamed
Kipling got-
Essa ran Tokyo and got second.
Yeah.
Really?
205.22.
It's only a month ago.
No, that was 2023.
Okay. Where are the rock? He hasn't raced this year.
All right, so we still at 21 miles have a huge pack of the women. Emma Bates in the lead. Oh, wait, nope. Ignore that. Computer hadn't buffered. Helen O'Beary, Sharon, Edna Kiplagat up front. Des is up there. Yurga, who is my dark horse pick, still very much in it. No Americans up there anymore. Fama is holding on, the bronze medalist in Budapest, but she's starting to get dropped just a little bit. Helen working the hills. I wouldn't say I'm confident enough in ever being able to read how Helen is feeling.
Oh, no. It's always the arms.
But Sharon does look good.
Pretty good tweet from John Galt. You know you're having a good day when your lead is so big that the officials let spectators cross the course behind you at mile
said
25.
that?
That's what I said.
That's exactly what Kyle said.
He's watching.
He stole my joke
he
and
stole
said it
your
louder.
joke, yeah.
Jeez. Nah.
Definitely watching this right now for sure.
I'm waiting on a photo from Johnny Zhang.
All right, O'Beery's just going to start winding this thing up, right? CJ.
CJ Albertson alert.
Wow, that's a great result.
209.53. Is that an official Boston best, or did he just miss?
Does he take a break now?
No.
Is that the
Grandma's?
Is that the fastest CJ's ever run in Boston? I think so. Great race, CJ.
Great race for CJ Albertson.
Hell yeah.
That's a PR.
Yeah, what is his PR?
His personal best is 2:10.07 from Orlando.
So what did he run?
So this.
Oh, wow.
Good for CJ.
All right, so Emma Bates has dropped off. Helen is going to the arms.
The way these other women run up behind Helen is like concerning.
Helen has a huge back.
Yeah.
Does Helen have laces, or is it
Doesn't look
confirmed
like
no
so.
laces?
I'm not seeing any lace.
They're tucked under.
I see no flop.
Interesting.
You know, they really haven't picked it up significantly. I mean, their last few miles, never mind. 5:43, 5:47 just popped up on the screen. Mile 22 is a 5:17.
So they are picking it up.
So they picked it up.
Yeah.
Sharon, taking the water. I think that was just a strategic
I think Sharon
fallback.
looks really
I think
good.
she's fine. I mean, just having Helen and Sharon doing a little repeat of the final miles of New York, just winding it up. They've been here before. Winner
Do you
gets the
finish
Olympics.
the whole bottle? You just drink like part of it.
I think the goal is to get
think
the whole bottle.
I think it depends on which stage of the race. Like I think in the early stages, yeah, you want to get as much fluids as much as much as you can get.
I wish Emma was still in it.
I know.
It's so fun when there's an American.
It is.
And this is where Emma really did do that same drop down last year. Was able to hit that pace cut down.
Let's get eyes on some. Did Elkanah Cabet finish yet? Elkanah Cabet, 2:12.32. So, solid race, but we're not unlocking a spot today for Lenny. All right, we got commercials late in the race, but we're going to the Spanish stream. That's also on a commercial. Sick. It's the best. All right, run through the list of names currently in this women's race. Helen O'Beery, Workanesh Odessa, Ababel Yeshina, Mary Noguchi, Booz Dariba, Sinbiri Teferi, Sharon Loketti, Dira Dita, Siranesh Yurga, Tyru Mesfin, Edna Kiplagat would be the 11 that are actually still there. And then in 12th, Fatima Gardati, a couple seconds back. Who do we like? My early picks that I had eyes on that were being overlooked were Siranesh Yurga and Sinbiri Teferi, both still in it.
I feel like it's still too early to tell here.
I mean,
I don't know.
Helen hasn't
Helen,
given us a reason to doubt.
I mean, Helen obviously. Would be great to see Sharon.
Yeah, I refuse to publicly doubt Helen.
Can you give me CJ's? Edna Kiplagat in the lead at 22.
Yep, very much in it.
And I just has so much experience in this race. Like, being patient, knowing when to go when it matters.
All right. Come on back. Come on back. We need something. We need some information. At this point in the race, it's just like the move.
Yeah, but the commercials would be nice.
All right, so there are now 5 women left. Helen, Edna,
Sharon.
Odessa, Sharon, and
Dita?
Dita?
I think it's Dita.
Wow, they're
moving.
Nice. This happens every time we miss the move.
Edna looks great. Sharon looks great.
Odessa, chillin'.
I love that Kiplagat is just fully in this. So I guess for those who maybe aren't super familiar with working at Odessa, she's coming off a 2:18 win at Osaka, which is a huge marathon that's stacked very deep. That's a big deal. Winning Osaka is a big deal. Like, we know she's fit and ready to go. And then previously, last year, she's been really, really consistent. 2023, she was 4th in Tokyo, won Prague, was 7th in Berlin. In her last 5 marathons, she's averaging 2:19.
This could have been the plan all along. 3 miles to go. Helen is patient, but I like Edna.
You like Edna?
I like Edna. Oh, man, this is great.
Edna looks like she's treating this as a track race right now. She's in the slipstream, following, head down. She's got great cadence, though.
Good cadence.
I mean,
Sharon looks.
sprint finish to the line, Sharon, Helen, Edna.
You gotta
be
go.
epic.
You gotta go, Helen, in that.
I mean, they still have 3 miles to go.
This is where I really miss David Melley. I've got to be on graphics duty right now.
How is David doing?
Yeah, what's her?
I'll give you an update in a bit.
I can do a little tracking. Sharon versus Helen. A little redemption.
So I mean, yeah, Helen, defending champion in 2021. It was Edna Kiplagat.
Honestly, this right here, Helen versus Sharon, is an Olympic team spot on the line.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And at this point, again, it's not all about time. It's actually not about time really at all. But this isn't going to help their case to make the team. They're on 2:24 pace. So really, it's about winning. It's the head-to-head battle. And if you got 2 women both on the Athletics Kenya short list, I mean, Edna Kiplagat winning this would be
Epic.
Do you throw her on the short list?
Maybe.
Ooh. Man. I love this.
I think they broke the others. I think Odessa and Driba are out of it. It's all these 3 now. Sharon's face looks so poised. She is showing no pain whatsoever. Wow.
I feel like this is 3 different generations of athletes. You have Edna Kiplagat, who's 44, Helen Obiri, who's 34, and Sharon Lokedi, who's 30. That's like 3 different.
Pretty good catch, Dana.
That's like good 3 chapters
Yeah.
of running history right here. If only Sharon was 24.
That would have been sick.
If we were 6 years younger, she probably wouldn't be as good at the marathon.
I find it, if I'm Helen, I'm okay with this going to the last quarter mile. She's been on the track way more recently than Edna and Sharon, right? Like, it wasn't long ago that we were in Eugene and we were watching her kick for track finals for world titles on the line, you know? So,
what majors has Edna won?
All of them.
yeah.
All of them?
Edna's won Boston, she's won London, and she's won New York.
Yeah.
So
She's second in Chicago.
So Sharon's
and
the only one
third
who
in
hasn't
Tokyo.
won Boston.
Sharon has not won Boston.
It kind of looks like Sharon and Helen are getting a little bit of a jump on Edna right now.
Yeah. I think they're breaking Edna. As
Like,
we
yeah,
speak.
they're breaking it right now.
All right, so this
They're-
is kind of like
they're cooking.
exactly what we thought the race would be.
Yeah.
We're approaching 24.
So in New York in the fall, Helen won this battle. Sharon ended up third in that race. But Sharon has proven that she can win a major, having won New York in 2022.
This is awesome.
All right, our last pace cut down to 4:42 a mile.
Wow. They are flying.
Cooking. 2.2 miles to go. That's a lot of races.
Still a lot of running left still for how hard they're going.
Wow. Neck and neck here.
Sharon looks very good.
I mean, based off body language, it's tough because, you know, Sharon does look better than Helen, but Helen always kind of, you know, does look like this.
Helen's looked like this the entire race.
Yeah.
From the get-go.
She's like, I wouldn't mind getting my heart rate down.
I can't even. Are they fully neck and neck right now? Is
think
is
so,
one in front of
yeah.
the other?
No, I think.
Who's
They're-
setting the tone
I mean,
here?
it looks like Sharon's kind of setting the tone.
Sharon has a step maybe
It
on
looks
Helen.
like their elbows
now
are
Helen's up.
their
They're
elbows
just-
are practically hitting each other.
Yeah.
They're just trading back and forth.
There's still a few. I mean,
They're in the ring.
it seems like they're on like the last, like in the final home stretch where they're still got 2 miles to go.
What if Edna's
Do they
like,
know this?
Edna's
yeah.
like, I'm going to chill for a moment, and then I got a 4:30 left in my legs.
You can't sprint for 2 miles.
Yeah.
You just can't.
Just can't.
I'm really intrigued what this next mile split's going to be. And they've completely broken this field.
Carnage behind them.
Edna's taking water. These guys didn't even stop.
Wow, Helen to the arms.
They're on top of each other, but you don't have to worry about Sharon stepping on her shoelaces of Helen because Helen doesn't have shoelaces.
Wait, so what's the status of the team right now? Like what
No
does
one's a
this mean?
lock right now on
No
the
one's a
Canadian
lock.
Olympic team.
I want them both on the team.
Oh, all right. Sharon's
right.
going to do a little drafting here.
If I was Helen, that would piss me
Getting
off.
DRS right now. Just right in the slipstream.
For a moment. Do they know the tangent?
No.
Sharon was supposed to run this race last year and then scratched due to injury. So this is her first time getting to this point of the course. This is pretty, yeah, to Mac's point, impressive.
If I'm Athletics Kenya, I'm writing to the IOC. I'm asking for 4 spots.
We deserve it.
Someone's heart's going to be broken for sure.
Giving themselves a little bit of room. Sharon's looking around.
All of that speed work that Helen O'Beary has been doing with Sage Herta is coming into practice right now.
All right, Helen's got a step.
Helen's got a step. There it is. She is making a move.
This is a move.
Sharon's tucking in behind. This drone is like, watch how high up in the sky I can get.
Let's go
Can you
higher.
still see this?
Go higher.
Go.
I think they're about to start passing some men. The drone shot captured someone in front of them.
I mean, they still have so much more running to do. There's 2:14 on the clock. At mile 24, their projected finishing time was 2:23:58.
So I still got 9 minutes of sprinting to go. It's a long sprint.
All right, last split 4:49. So that's coming up a little bit slower than that 4:40.
I wonder if there's another bottle station left.
That's what takes it down.
And this is the one that Helen's been having nightmares about.
They are trading blows.
I mean, this is kind of the ideal rate. Like, this is like everything you want from a race. Like a big pack that slowly, like, you know, a big move gets made, separates that, and then there's 2 people just battling it out for the last few miles.
That's you drew it up.
That's as you. Yeah,
and there's 20 seconds back. They've just absolutely dropped her. Such different styles of running.
Sharon's got a step on her. You know what I'm always worried about when I run marathons in major cities?
Oh, my God.
Potholes. And, like,
oh, yeah.
not a worry in the world here. Oh, what did I say? Yes, let's go. Helen got her bottle.
They both got the bottle. They're both at number 1 table. She didn't get to go. Sharon didn't get to stand on the start line.
No, this is Sharon's like, you know what? Sharon had to run one more extra step from the starting line.
If you're this guy, this is your nightmare. Right? Like, you're not.
Right?
Yeah. You're like, I am not feeling that good, and now I'm on TV. Didn't sign up for that.
All right, we're about to
no,
approach.
don't film me.
No, I did not sign up for this.
No.
Mile 25, 1.2 miles to go. The last bottle.
It comes in late, but it does the trick. Some people need this.
Do you think there's just caffeine in there?
Just a milkshake.
Like a Celsius?
Milkshake.
No free ads.
No free ads.
For milkshakes?
I'm like,
these volunteers are like, they have a bottle in their hand. They don't need your cup of water.
This guy's going to take his cup.
Wow.
Wow, that woman's a little close. A volunteer.
What did they close the last 5K of the New York City Marathon in last fall? Because this is going to destroy that.
What's the score?
The Red Sox.
Do you think they're putting this on the big screen, the Red Sox game?
No.
Devastating. All right.
I don't even know who we're supposed to be looking at right now on this shot. Like, there's
this helicopter shot is
million
way too high.
people.
the drone guy's like, I gotta go higher.
No, this is where you need the little sim thing on top of their head.
I'm going higher.
Everyone's been saying more drones.
The drone guy's like, pull out a bit farther.
Helen has 3 steps.
Here she goes.
Yep.
I don't know.
Oh, Sharon did a look back.
Is that
I
a
hate to
sign?
see a little look back.
A little sign of weakness.
Yeah. What do you have left, Sharon?
Oh, yeah.
It's all Helen.
That's it.
Yep.
Helen O'Beary, Sharpie. This one's over.
How do you sprint for so long?
You don't. They just slowed down to a 5:25.
You got to remember, this is a 2-time Olympic silver medalist in the 5K.
It's just so much experience. Back to back. How many back to backs have we had? Someone in the nerd chat.
Rita Jeptu, but then she got her title stripped. It was like a recent one.
Wow. Helen.
Come on, Sharon. What do you got?
Is Helen just going to win New York and Boston every year for the rest of her life? Or at some point does she do a different race?
I bet she'll do a different race.
You're getting paid so much.
Yeah.
Paris Gold in the marathon sounds pretty good. This last little hills.
Helen O'Beary. Chris said earlier in the weekend. It's the Helen O'Beary show. We're just watching.
Yep. It's never in doubt, except for at the water stations.
Yeah.
I feel like she left that demon behind today. Was that a little smile there?
I don't think she's happy.
I mean, her arm is going.
That is such a steep hill.
That's a tough one in that 5K. That you do the same thing. It's annoying. Looks toasty out there.
Man, Sharon is very good.
Oh, Helen, look at the
Oh
look
man.
back.
They are like 8 deep on the
I
rails.
was gonna say, look at that crowd.
All right, now that was Helen made the turn. Yeah, we're going to be left wondering, I think, with Helen for a while, is like, what could she actually run on a flat course for a bit if she just continues on?
Berlin?
Post-Olympics? I don't think so.
No. It might be wild.
She's going to come back here next year, go for a three-peat.
Come on, Sharon.
I mean, it's not just...
Maybe the Tokyo World Championships? Is that going to be a flat course?
Yeah, but I think for her, it's like not even necessarily about how fast can she run, but
All right, give us
she
a call.
beat Safan Hassan.
Yeah. Give us the call.
All right, is it? Am I safe to give the call?
Yes.
All right. It was a jog fest early on as the women took things out easy, as Helen O'Beary lulled them into a sense of false security, hope. And yet, once again, she does what she's done many times before in both New York and Boston. Sprinted balls to the wall from 4 miles out, giving no one a chance.
Oh, that's a cool shot.
You can forget about the clock. When Helen O'Beary's running, it's all about winning because that's all she does. The defending champion is back for another. Helen O'Beary, in the final moments of the 2024 Boston Marathon, leaving Sharon Lokedi and Edna Kiplagat behind. It's a beautiful day in Boston for Helen O'Beary. The arms are flapping away. It works well.
No bottle issues.
No bottle issues. Never a moment of doubt.
What a year.
The Helen O'Beary Show. Next up, Paris.
Smile.
Today, Boston. Back to back. The 2024 champ, Helen O'Beary, without shoelaces.
Sharon right behind
Shout
her.
out to Sharon Lokedi.
Good run
Fantastic
for
run by Sharon.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, look how big her daughter is. We're just watching Helen's daughter grow up.
Yeah, it's going to be
Through
like
the podium
Bernard Lagat's son.
celebrations.
Yep. That
Always
was
the
sweet.
assistant coach, Kelsey Quinn there. Dathan Ritzenheim not here in Boston because he's in Australia with the guys from the team. But I'm sure
Edna.
they're going to be celebrating like crazy and back in Boulder.
Amazing run for Edna.
The timeless champion.
Another podium. It's amazing.
44 years old. No one could do it like Edna.
Where's the finish? There's Ed and
Chaz.
Steven. All right. Hell of a race. Final time,
Wow.
2:20, 2:37.
All right, so big takeaways from the women's race. Helen O'Beary, gold medal contender for the Paris Olympics. We'll just have to wait and see if Safan Hassan decides to do the marathon 1,500-meter double. Wouldn't put it past her.
The fact that Helen is jogging right now
Yeah.
after sprinting for 20 minutes.
That's impressive, actually. Kind of wild if you're one of the women on the other side finishing. And you
That-
see the champion is still running back another quarter mile.
She's like, okay, I did it. That's my cool down.
All right, so the short list coming in was Helen Obiri, Perez Jepchirchir, Sharon Lokedi, Rosemary Wanjiru, Ruth Chippengetich.
Well, so another plus here is that for Sharon Lokedi, this is a PR by over a minute. So, like, she's got that to show for her case.
Yeah.
So I think Sharon still has a chance of making this team.
She could, yeah, for sure. I mean,
if you play the politics game, then it's she doesn't check any of the overlapping boxes where she's an Under Armour athlete, different management, different coach. So, yeah. I think the team could end up being Helen Obiri, Sharon Lokedi, and then depending on what happens in London, Ruth Cheppengetich or Paris Jepchirchir.
Yeah, it's a good team.
It's going to be hard to beat. Good luck, Fiona O'Keefe and Emily Sisson and Dakota Lindworm. So, yeah.
All right, well.
Oh, yeah, top American.
Let's get some eyes on how the women of the U.S. are doing.
It looks like it's going to be Emma Bates. We're just going to wait and see what the final time is.
Then you've got Sarah Hall, 44 seconds behind her, 81 seconds behind hers, Des, and then Jenny Simpson is currently fourth for the U.S. women. She is at 2:25 with a mile to go. So she'll put one on the board.
Akana Kabet on the men's side finished in 14th place, second American.
To the 1,200 people watching on the CITIUS Mag YouTube channel, thanks for tuning in with us and watching and reacting.
And there's Emma coming across final meters on our way to being the top American. What place are we looking at here?
Oh, nice little, I guess, sponsor plug for whoever her fuel sponsor is. Don't say it, guys. No free ads here. But she's going to hold it crossing the finish line. Smart.
Is this like an 11th place?
Oh, she's waving at the camera. That's right in her face.
Nobody gave more high fives out.
So
she's still having fun.
She had a good time.
Wow. I mean, this is what you wanted to see from Emma Bates after the heartbreaking scratch for the trials. So great for her. It's good to see her back. 2:27:14.
And we think this is 11th place?
We've only have, hold up.
Somewhere in there. Marathons love to only tell you the top 10.
Yeah. If
Like,
you don't
why
top
would
10,
anyone
who
ever be
cares?
interested?
All right. Sarah Hall, 2:27:58. Des Linden, 2:28:27.
All right. Well, that about wraps up the 128th running of the Boston Marathon.
Yeah. We'll be back for the 129th. And we're going to work on our 50-year streak.
Yeah. Thanks to Hoka.
Super thanks to Hoka.
The CITIUS Cafe.
Super fun at the CITIUS Cafe all week. Check out the Skyward X that drop next week.
Yeah. Or get
already
your hands
got
on
a
a
pair
pair
of the Cielos.
Oh, man.
No, you've got the Cielos.
I forgot to close the comments section on the prediction contest, and so that means that people might be dropping predictions as we speak with the winning time. I'm closing this.
The things Chris is
David
worried
Melly.
about.
Yeah.
Chris, we were just wrapping up.
Yeah, just saying. We'll find out who
Des
the winners
Linden
are
finishing
from the
228.
prediction contest that give away a pair of the
We
Skyward
got a lot of
X.
scammers in the comments.
No, honestly, I have caught on to there's like two people who always add in, when I forget to close the comment section, always add in the winning time after the race, and they think they can get away with it, but then I kind of check and see what time the comments were posted, and so I'm cracking down on them. So I give it to the next best person.
And that's the 128th Boston Marathon.
Yeah.
Sisse Lemma,
Your
Helen
champ.
Obiri, your champions. But the real winners is everyone
The fans.
who
always.
got an opportunity to watch, especially those of us wearing the new Hoka Skyward X.
Eric, any final
Great
words
weekend.
of inspiration?
Great weekend. No.
All right. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. We will see you guys again very soon. We'll be back doing the Chicago Marathon, New York City Marathon. I love watching marathons with friends, even if we're your friends online.
That counts. Online friends count.
Online friends count. All right. Have a good day, everyone. Happy Marathon Monday.